to you, mateys, and welcome to part 3 of our first adventure on our most festive of 12-day session thingies, the 12 Days of Candlekeep. I love being non-specific. We have had a very exciting part 1 and 2 to the Lore of LaRue, and hopefully tonight will prove just as exciting as the 2 that have come before it. I am the Mother of Bunnies, otherwise known as Karen. I am a performer, a writer, and occasionally I get my arm twisted and I agree to DM for people. But this has actually been a very exciting adventure, and as it turns out, the story I got by default turned out to be right up my alley. So we've been having a good time. We have a mixture of old and new players joining the party tonight. So this is gonna be a time.
I resent that. Yeah, sorry.
Yes, I'm remembering what Reading was like from last year now. But before I bore your ears with everything that happened before tonight, let us quickly whip around and introduce our wonderful players for this evening. So let us start with the man, the myth, the one above my head, Brendan Ellis.
Hello, I am Brendan Ellis. I'm pretty mythical, I'm pretty manly, so that's me. It's occurring to me that it's been a while since I've been on stream, so hello, it's lovely to be here again. Do you want us describing characters now, or
Yes.
do you want to wait until... Okay.
Yes, please, give us a little rundown of Reading as well.
Yes,
those of the audience who didn't see him last year.
Yeah, or can't remember 12 months ago.
It was a long time, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, right. So Reading is a Drake Warden, I think is the subclass, Drake Warden Ranger. He has a charisma score of 3, so that's fun. Hopefully there's nothing that wants to charm him. And he has a little, and he has a dragon companion named Sarah, and he has a scar on one side of his face that seems to randomly change in nature, from like a burn to like acid burns to electrical burns. So what kind of mystery could that be? Who knows? Who cares? That's me. Hello. Thank you.
Thank you, Brendan. And next up, a fairy tale of a human being. It's the wonderful Ardanna.
Aw, thank you so much. Hello, I am Ardanna, or Joe, or Oi, you there, if my players have any say in it. I am the GM and channel runner over at The Lorite, and tonight I will not be redoing my character from last year. I will instead be playing Jenny Spinner, the Autonome College of Creation Bard.
Hell yeah. I want to guess that Jenny was created by the College of Creation, like by a different College of Creation bard. Like that's how they happened in the first place.
I mean, I haven't put more than she was created by a human named Susan, but of course, Susan was also a College of Creation bard.
Yeah.
Jenny is a 2-foot-tall autonome wearing all green with a white hat with a white feather in it.
Aw, cute.
Cool.
I'm trying to think of story metaphors I haven't done, because I just used fairy tale, did myth. What else have we got? We got a fabled knight, the Devon Knight.
Nice.
Our first Josh as well.
I'm Josh. Hello, I'm Josh number 2 for tonight. Yes, I'm from
You can
Roll
be
Together
Josh.
RPG.
I will relinquish Josh. I'll be pirate. You can be Josh. There you go.
Okay. I'm all right with that. I'm going to be playing Garnott, who is a hobgoblin fighter of the psionic variety, bringing him back from Tuesday's game, and he has a friendly little companion called Roger who lives in his armor.
Wonderful. And last but certainly not least, he's a tale as old as time. It's Josh the pirate.
Ahoy, mateys. I be Josh the Pirate. Yeah, you know where I am. You know what I do. I'm here. I do stuff here on Corsair's Cove and elsewhere sometimes. I will be back tomorrow night DMing the next episode of Candlekeep. Hey, Bazhat, good to see you, buddy. Thanks for joining us again.
Hey!
And Abyss, thank you so much for the biddies, you bloody champion. Yes, and tonight I will be being Dolph the Red. Dolph the Red knows pain, dear. Very proud of it. Yeah, he's a happy boy. He's a lovely, friendly guy. The last we saw Dolph, he was diving through a window, clutching fiercely a pair of dryads who had been tied up in a hag's hut. And then he teleported away, and Garnott teleported about 6 feet away from where he had been, and Hjort replaced him. So we replaced one Minotaur deer person with another deer person. Yes, the gnome turned into a hobgoblin.
It was a time. So proof that my phone is absolutely listening to me. So those of you who watch part 1 and 2, we had a character called Hevle, played by the wonderful renegade chicken Zach, who's inspired by these giant wicker goats that they set on fire. And I forget which Scandi country it was from.
Sweden.
Sweden, thank you.
Yes.
And what should come across my Twitter feed today but a picture of an enormous wicker goat ready to be set on fire?
I don't know, how is it pronounced?
Jävle bocken.
Jävle bocken.
Jävle.
Yep.
I like that.
And for those who are not aware, it's not supposed to burn.
I mean,
I'm not surprised by that at all.
It's made out of wicker and straw, and some people think it's funny to set it on fire.
and they're
But it's not
objectively right.
They are objectively right, but it's not supposed to burn.
Just the
I suppose that-
pyromaniacs ruin the festivities for the rest of us.
Yeah, basically.
I suppose that Sweden is probably a little less inclined towards bushfires, so it's a bit less of a problem than it would be here in Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah, for some reason
In the
Australia
winter.
doesn't really do festive occasions that involve setting things on fire. It's just...
In the winter, yes, I would agree. In summer, we have actually had bushfires near where I live.
Oh,
So that
wow.
was fun. Yeah, when the entire area is just covered in grey, not because it's foggy or misty outside, but because the forest is on fire.
We had quite a decent sized bushfire. Really, like, houses actually got burnt because it was right next to a suburb called Wanneroo. Fairly recently, and we were having a heat wave at the time, so it was over 35 degrees, I think, four or 5 days in a row.
9.
It was horrible, but it was also like quintessential Perth because it was really hot, really dry, and you could just get this little whiff of bushfire in the air wherever you went. And I was just like, this is classic Perth. It's not good, but it is classic.
Yeah.
Okay, because I think we're actually going to have time tonight. Josh, do you have the better getting to know you table handy by
I
chance?
can do. Absolutely.
Because I thought we would quickly do our 2 new characters. Jenny, well, new to this mission, Jenny and Redding. I think you've both encountered the getting to know you table before. We'll do a quick question.
I quite like
I have not.
Oh,
No.
you haven't? Oh, well,
No.
Brendan.
I quite like the fact that whilst Redding and Dolph are returning characters, they have not played together.
Yeah.
I was trying to remember.
Yeah,
I didn't think so.
actually.
I DM'd
Yeah.
Redding, but I don't think he and Dolph played together.
I think
Ah.
that's correct.
I will still never get the image of Dolph and Hjort getting stuck in a hallway during session out of my head.
Yeah.
Oh God, I remember that. Oh, amazing. So Ardanna and Brendan, could you roll a D100, please, and let us know what number you get and who you would like to answer a question about. You can pick each other, you can pick Dolph, you can pick Garnott. It is up to you.
Let me roll that one.
I got a 33.
33.
On a D100.
Yep.
Excellent.
And I got a 24.
Ooh.
Uh,
All right. Ardanna got. So, this is for Ardanna. What game do you and this person like to play in your free time? Not necessarily together.
Ooh.
And who are you answering about?
Mm.
well, so it's Dolph, Garnott, or Redding,
Hmm.
right? Yes. So let's roll a d6 to decide because I don't have a d3. Dolph.
Okay. Love it.
Yes, what game do you and Dolph like to play together?
Good. Good.
So, considering that Jenny is 2 feet tall and Dolph is a lot bigger,
7.
yeah, I feel that, and she being a bard, I feel it would be some form of like dancing kind of game thing,
Ooh.
either with Dolph as a strange kind of maypole thing that you decorate with stuff, and
It's quite nimble.
yeah.
You know?
Or, she is a college of creation, so she can actually animate objects.
Hell yeah. Is it
So
like
it's-
whack-a-mole?
Yes, definitely.
Whack a gnome.
No,
No,
don't whack the gnome.
Dolph
You
trying
lose
to
points if
cast...
you whack the gnome.
Yes. Dolph trying to, Dolph and whoever is in the game trying to capture whatever Jenny is animating.
Yeah. Love it.
It's like Chase the Chicken or something like that. But with, it could be a chair, it could be the whiteboard, it could be a bookshelf in Candlekeep.
Hell yeah.
Very popular with the Avowed.
Excellent. Thank you, Ardanna. And what does a 33 get? Lovely Brendan.
The lovely Brendan gets. This is so appropriate. Brendan, who are you answering the question about?
Is it Garnett or Garnott?
Garnott.
Garnott. It's going to be about Garnott.
What did this person do in the past that you still resent them for?
Great.
Getting off to a good start
It's
here.
so Reading. It's so Reading.
Yeah. Look, here I was trying to get some good feelings and relations between us. Sorry, Josh.
Well, I am splitting the difference, so you could instead, if you want. What are you sure this person is hiding from the rest of the group?
Oh, no, it's fine. I'm just going to be mad at him. What is Hobgoblin Fighter? Okay. When Sarah was younger and smaller, Redding's dragon companion, Garnott tried to take a bite out of her.
Oh no. Rough.
I think that's fairly
Yeah.
reasonable to be upset about.
Yeah.
You left her tail in my sandwich. I went to take a bite.
How did it get there? I do not
You
know.
put the bread around the tail.
I mean,
You can't just go
that's
around
neither
like
here nor
this.
there, but you know.
It's like once something's between two slices of bread, it's fair game. That's how this works, right?
That's what a sandwich is. Yeah.
This is my sandwich now. Great. Cool.
And I just realised, Devon, you didn't actually get to do one of these because we didn't do it yesterday because I had a feeling we wouldn't have time. So if you would like to roll a D100, you can answer a question about something.
Oh, I thought we were all doing it.
We can all do it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Dolph doesn't have any
I got
backstory with any of
72.
these people. Sorry?
72.
Hmm.
What does a
72.
72 do?
It halves to 35, 36. What is this? What was this? All right, so who are you answering about?
Oh, good question. Let's go with. I'm going to roll. I'm also going to roll a d6. Would help if I assigned a number to somebody. I'm going to go with Jenny.
Aha, excellent. What was Jenny first doing when you met them?
Floating things around Candlekeep. Playing their game and almost hitting Garnott in the head with the bookcase.
But unlike Redding, he doesn't have any he doesn't hold a grudge about it.
No, he thought it was really cool. Wanted to join in.
Who amongst us hasn't accidentally hit someone in the head with a bookcase?
I know, right?
As far as
Honestly.
the courts are aware, no one.
All right, do you want to roll for yourself, pirate?
I got a 61, and I think the only person who hasn't had a question answered about them is Redding. So I'll answer a Dolph and Redding question. If they left their profession, what occupation could you see this person having instead, and why? I don't know. I think possibly like a school groundskeeper. Like he's got the right demeanor
Get off the
for it.
lawn!
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
he has this, or possibly a store attendant in a bookshop.
Ah. Okay.
Like quiet people are like people don't get it's the right kind of environment for him. Like people don't get angry in bookshops. So he just like no one. It's treated like a library space. No one's too loud. Children don't run in bookshops. It's everything is about right, and he could have his large dragon lizard thing somewhere, and it wouldn't bother anyone. People would just think it was cool. Yeah, I think Redding would go well in a bookshop.
Yeah, great.
Though I do like the idea of him driving around in a little golf buggy, with Sarah curled up in the back of it. So in Australia, for clarity, because the Europeans may not know this, in Australia, school campuses are extremely large, and a lot of the groundskeepers actually have to have motorized equipment to get from place to place. So it's not unusual for a school groundskeeper to be driving around a little golf caddy or something, to get from one end of the campus to the other. Yeah, I can totally see Redding doing that. There you are.
Redding does give off the caretaker from Harry Potter vibes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
And very strongly, actually, yeah. Just less paternal. Was
Was he ever? Oh, sorry, I got my.
Oh,
wires
not
crossed there for a
Hagrid.
second.
We're thinking of the other one. Yeah.
Are we thinking of the Hagrid
Finch.
or Finch?
Finch.
The guy
Yeah.
with the cat Finch, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's definitely more accurate.
Yeah.
He gives strong stay off my lawn energy.
Somewhere between Hagrid and Finch, actually. He loves animals. All right, Karen. there you are.
Wonderful. All right. Well, having got to know each other a little better, let us do a quick recap of the story so far and what a tale it has been. As part of the end of year, try and get all the books back to the Candlekeep mission, the bookworm has directed you to examine a book that was actually returned of its own volition. A wonderful purple and gold volume called The Lore of LaRue, which was returned, but mysteriously, and it appears to have some sort of enchantment on it. So our original four adventurers were sent to examine it to see if this enchantment was nefarious or benign. But before they could really decide which way that was going to go, they got sucked through a magical portal and found themselves in an enchanted forest, where a trio of drunk satyrs quickly stumbled upon them and went, "Oh my goodness, thank you, we've been so lost, and crows were attacking us. Please guide us to this plateau of safety." And you, being kind, friendly adventurers, said, "Yeah, sure, we'll help the drunks get home." And so you did, picking up a few injured wolves that Mrs. Claus helped heal and befriend at the same time, led by Fuzzy, if memory serves. Upon reaching this plateau, you found a large treant called Fainor, who thanked you for taking care of her drunken wayward satyr friends, but also having done a little bit of a tree scan of the area, was like, oh my goodness, there is corruption at the sacred pool. It has been corrupted by bloodlust. Please, I am a tree and cannot go. Will you not go and save the sacred pool? And you, being good, kind adventurers, went, hell yes, we'll go. And off you went with a brief detour past a little sprite settlement called Dewlight, where you met Will Dawley, a sprite scholar who gave you a little more information about a cult and some hunters that have been slaughtering animals throughout the forest. And the fact that red lightning keeps discharging overhead, it's generally giving off negative vibes. So Will Dawley's pretty keen for you to go and work out what's wrong as well. And you were like, yeah, let's do it. And off you went again. You found a stretch of the path was completely covered in thick cobwebs. Fortunately, Dolph was not intimidated by this and just hacked and slashed his way through it. And because everyone rolled really well, you didn't get attacked by whatever was hiding in the cobwebs. So good for you. But soon you came across a clearing in which a small, shabby hut with a wisp of smoke coming out of a dilapidated chimney. And using your highly attuned senses, you quickly established that 2 satyrs were tied up inside and being tormented by a horrible night hag.
Dryads were tied up inside. There were no satyrs.
Dryads, I do apologize. Dryads were tied up inside. So after quite dramatic entrances into the hut, which include Dolph going down the chimney and bursting it in the process, I believe Kevlar leapt in through the roof. Mrs. Claus kicked in the front door with Milo, the rock gnome, rolling through their legs and then popping up and going, hiya! But at that pivotal moment of the story, the green sparkles of Christmas time descended and most of the party was just straight up blamped out of there. Actually, half of the party was blamped out of there to be replaced by 2 slightly confused additions as the fight with the hag commenced. But Hevler, not one to be intimidated by hags or party members disappearing and reappearing at random, did the very horrifying but sensible thing of stuffing his wooden fist into the hag's mouth. This had 2 effects of A, pissing her off, but B, rendering her unable to cast any spells because I went and checked and every single one had a verbal component. So all she could do was slash at him ineffectually with her claws, while the party proceeded to absolutely slaughter her. Yeah, I don't think anyone took any damage except for Hevler, who takes a bit of self-damage because he tends to set himself on fire when he gets worked up in the heat of battle. So that was very exciting. Basically, there was a circle of adventurers, there was a gag tag, and everyone just kept wailing away. Good times. So impressive was all this wailing on the hag that upon her eventual demise, the hut collapsed. Because at that point, I think 3 separate new doorways had been created in it. So it seemed only fair that it lie down and have a little rest. The party untied the satyrs, who were very grateful to be released, but were keen to find the 3rd satyr, Hannah, the hat.
Dryad.
Do I keep? Oh, dryads. Dryads.
I don't mind, but they might be offended.
Keen to find their 3rd friend, Hannah, who the hag had taken away a few hours ago. So the
Just
party
because
went,
they're a bit natural and hairy doesn't make them satyrs, okay? You just
Exactly.
need to let them be them.
Did you miss the bit earlier where I said I was really tired? No, I was doing it all last session as well. I have no excuse. So the party, the adventurers went over to the other building in this clearing and found a whole bunch of animals that had been caged up. Basically, the hag was selling them to the hunters that had been slaughtering everyone, but they haven't been for a couple of days, so there was a backlog. So you released a number of animals, including a hyena, a rather rude owl, and I think there was a rat that someone spoke to. And in the final cage, you found Hannah, the 3rd dryad, who was very grateful to be rescued, revived, and shuffled the hell out of there by her 2 friends. And then, since it was quite late at night by this point, the party popped up. Who had the magic tent?
Hjort.
It was Hjort, thank you. Hjort had a magical tent, so you guys popped that up, crawled inside, and had a lovely snooze. And then on a beautiful morning, snow dusting the landscape, you set out to continue on your northward journey, hoping to find the hunters that have been causing so much trouble. And soon you found yourself walking along a river where you found tracks from aforementioned hunters affirming you were indeed going in the correct position. But I believe it was Mrs. Claus who noticed that something strange was happening. The day was passing really quickly, unusually quickly. So by the time you reached the hunters, even though it had only been a few hours, it was already evening again. And you found a number of hunters and 2 wargs having a big old gross raw meat snack party around a bonfire. And very sensibly, you decided to skip the preliminaries and just attack them. And because apparently I don't roll particularly well, it was another bloodbath. As the berserkers were slaughtered, the wargs were slaughtered, someone turned into Garnott got turned into a giant crab.
In fact,
I believe
has that been resolved?
Well, Mrs. Claus was it Mrs.
I think
no,
it was
Hjort
Hjort.
who turned you into a
Hjort,
giant crab.
yeah.
So that's about to end. Now that Hjort's been blamped out of there, Mrs. Claus turned into, I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was an elk, I think, turned into an elk. And how Hevler set himself on fire again and was just punching people to death. I believe several people met their end either by Hevler's fists or Hjort viciously mocking them from 50 feet away, which was his primary contribution to the battle and was pretty glorious.
Other than turning Garnott into a crab.
Yeah, turned Garnott into a crab, some bardic inspiration, and mocked people to death, which Hjort does by looking at them and then going, and then they're just so cut by this goofy guy laughing at them. They just, I believe a couple of people were bisected. They were then puppeted by Hevler's special killing blow magic, which means he can momentarily control a corpse in the moment of its death and use it to attack other people. So the berserkers were not only being attacked by the party, but the bisected corpses of their companions as they flew past them in their death rattles. It was quite harrowing for a festive little Christmas jaunt in an enchanted forest, I've gotta say. But dispatch them all you did, as red lightning continued to crack across the sky from a point not far away. So as the final berserker met their untimely death, the green sparkly mists of the Candlekeep Christmas shenanigans descended once again, removing all the party members except for Garnott the giant crab. So as we return to the now very bloodstained, snow-sprinkled campsite of the Berserker Walk Party, Garnott, you are still the giant crab god, as the green sparkles whisk your companions away. But in their place are 3 new companions that you recognize from, the work break room. Dolph the Red, Redding, and Jenny are now in the place of your companions. And I think it's safe to say they're a little shocked because, guys, as you arrive, for the briefest of moments, there is an enormous crab standing
And
by a
bloodstained snow.
There is
Everywhere.
blood everywhere. There are bisected corpses. A couple of them are in the bonfire, standing in front of which is a giant crab with a smaller crab perched on one claw. It's nighttime. Red lightning is arcing from somewhere no more than 500 feet away. And as you presumably take a moment to absorb this strange scene into which you have been thrust, the crab dissolves, leaving behind the still intimidating but much more familiar form of Garnott.
Stood there in crab position.
Garnott?
Oh,
Hello.
hang on. Sorry, let me put the claws away.
What happened?
Look, it's a good thing that you transformed because I was about, and Redding
Same.
has
Yeah.
his bow and arrow out.
Yeah.
I was about to fuck you up, mate.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's quite cool being a crab. Can anybody smell burnt crab? Oh, I need a fire. I'll walk forward a bit. Right. Yeah. So,
What
it's
happened?
weird seeing it from the other side. Because I came in and
Yeah,
sort of
yeah.
poofed in front of the
So are
night
you?
hag. So,
Are we still in the forest of LaRue?
yes. Yeah. We're following a trail to a pool that needs some form of cleaning.
Yeah. We're still looking to clean the pool. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, well, these were the hunters that we were looking for.
Oh,
We
good.
dealt with them.
Oh, good. This sounds like it's fine then, guys. Hi, Redding. Jenny, how are you?
Well, my shoes are now covered in. Is that viscera?
It's something. There's a lot of everything around everywhere.
Was
Right.
was Havler still here?
Was one
Yeah.
of you replaced him?
That tracks. Yeah. This has all the hallmarks. Yeah. Honestly, claw marks. Yeah. There's Mrs. Claus. I think I can. Yeah. Good. So, what next? The lightning is still happening.
Yeah. We've realised that the day is going really quickly now. So we don't know if it's like we've walked into some sort of fey barrier type thing, or if it's just short day, long night sort of stuff.
Ah, because I
And
was
we
having breakfast.
Go towards the lightning.
Okay.
Well,
You said something about the woods of LaRue. What is that?
LaRue is a deity. She's a unicorn lady. And she's a protector of the forest.
I've never heard of any woods of LaRue before.
Well, I'm not sure it's real. We're in a book. Or the book contained the book. So, the Candlekeep with the books and everything. If I open up, the book has a gate spell in it. So-
that would explain it.
But LaRue hasn't
Right.
been seen in a while. So we are looking, I think, for LaRue. or possibly there was a cult. Do we remember the name of the cult?
It's a cult of Malar.
Malar. Yeah.
Does that name mean anything to me?
These guys.
Roll a history check to see if you know anything about the cult of Malar, Brendan.
Okay.
The fact that we're in a cult, the fact that we're inside a book does explain a lot. Because the last thing I remember before appearing in front of the hag was a bookcase coming towards me.
Oh, was that Jenny?
I think so.
That might have been me. Hi.
I rolled an 8, so probably.
Yeah, you don't know shit about the cult of Malar, unfortunately.
Okay.
It will remain a mystery for now.
Cool. All right. So
Right. Do we know where we're heading next? Do you want me to try to pick up a trail?
As
what the
these
fuck?
words leave your mouth, Redding, there is an enormous boom from overhead, and you see red lightning arc across the sky. And even to an untrained eye, you can tell that this lightning is coming from reasonably nearby.
Right. I picked up the trail.
he's good, isn't he? He's very good.
Yes, very good. Yes.
Let's go that way, I guess.
That's
Dolph, you want to lead the way, or Garnott?
Oh.
Maybe, in fact,
Oh,
Garnott,
no.
if you want to stay in front, so I can keep
Oh,
my
no.
eyes on you. That
I'll stay in
Okay.
front of you, but I'm not leading anyone because we'll get lost if I go in front.
That's
I'm
true.
prone to
I'm
getting lost.
Garnott, if you take rear guard, I'll go behind. I'll go directly behind Redding, if that works, and then you can lead, and I will jump in front of you if anything bad happens.
Dolph, just wait a sec. Redding leans down and gets some red snow and whoops Dolph on the nose with it. Right, you're ready to lead.
There was
Let's
no
go.
need for that, though. It's already glowing. All right.
You know,
Did
it's
you say?
festive.
Did you say there was no need for that?
Yeah, that was funny.
I heard what I said.
Oh,
That was good.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Wait,
okay.
let me get Sarah. Hold on.
Oh yeah. That is a little one.
Redding pulls out of his backpack a stone, like a stone egg, and over the course of a few seconds, it grows red scales and then cracks, and a baby worm dragon emerges from it with these two big horns, and then she starts getting larger and larger until she's about the same size as us on all fours.
Nice.
Which anyone who has seen her before, which may be none of you, but maybe Dolph, she's bigger than she was the last time.
I met her at the Christmas party last.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, because Sarah was doing the decorations.
My goodness.
Couldn't help but notice Dario, who was the DM who did the Christmas party last year,
on the final
just
game,
snuck right in and took the final DM slot again. So I have a feeling we might be getting another Christmas party.
Look, she's got to outdo herself. Otherwise, it's just going to be a shit session.
Yeah,
absolutely.
that's it. Yeah, Dolph sees this and goes, "My goodness, you've gotten so big. Look at you. Are you sleeping with your feet in compost again?"
I don't think that's what. Never mind.
You have little green chromatophores in your skin.
As the stone cracks and the dragon begins to grow, my little rat friend Roger comes out of my armor holding 2 slices of bread. But as the dragon gets bigger, I go, no, back in. No.
I'm keeping one eye on Garnott.
It's like that. I need some bigger bread, man.
Gonna need a bigger bread.
Bigger loaf. Oh.
Jenny, not to look, I'm sure you're very capable. We haven't really done much field work together, but I can't help but notice your compact size. So if you want, you're more than welcome to take a ride on Sarah if you would like to.
Oh, I was hoping you would say that. I'm not the sharpest crayon in the box, but well, I can tell the difference between myself and say Dolph, for example.
So can I. And I am not at all sharp.
She could probably take Dolph, but she'd probably prefer you. Just, approach her from the front, put your hand out, give her a little scratch behind the horns, and you should be all right.
Wait, was I writing an option?
No, don't worry about it.
Quick question: how tall is Redding?
He's a human, so he's probably about 6 foot.
Okay, so this was not deliberate, but everyone who has appeared in this adventure has either been 6 foot and over
or
2
and
foot and under.
There is no intermediate.
No medium-sized characters have appeared in the lore of LaRue. Only very short or very tall.
I should have brought in Yanwar in then, because he's 5'8".
No, you would have ruined everything.
I almost went 5'11", so I'm glad I didn't. Right, to the lightning, I guess.
Hey!
To the lightning, indeed.
Sorry, just quickly, I forgot to mention, Sarah now has wings where she didn't used to.
How big are these wings? Do they look big enough that she could fly, or are these more of just a decorative sort
They
of
look
wing?
big enough that she could fly.
She can
But
fly,
not with
but
someone
not with
on
some-
her.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think she could take Jenny.
Don't get a
anywhere.
flying mount yet.
No.
Yet.
It's level 16, I think.
Yeah. Next Candlekeep, maybe the one after that.
Yeah.
Yep.
We might be out of adventures in the book, brother.
No. I'm already starting to expand.
Yeah. It's like horror of horrors. We might actually have to make up our own stories for Candlekeep.
Nah, lame. I'm using a Helliana's Guide to Monster Hunting one.
Yeah, there's
I
so
have
many modules with one-shots.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I have the deck of many quests, so...
All right. We
All
follow
right.
the red lightning.
Yes, you leave the bloodbath that is now the hunter's camp and head towards the source of this red lightning.
Karen, can I be a pain and say, oh, just checking, Garnott, it didn't look like you had looted the corpses.
Oh yeah, I always forget to do that.
You can absolutely loot the corpses.
These little boys and girls have been very naughty.
What corpses? I want to know.
Yeah, just expect to find a lot of stuff in halves.
That's fine. As long as you didn't cut up any of the money.
Cool. Yeah, roll me an investigation check to loot that body. Loot those bodies.
Buddy.
I wonder if my claws would have been strong enough to cut through good money.
If you can cut through a person, you can cut through money. That was bullshit. It landed on an 18 and then very slowly drifted to a 5.
Unfortunately, you don't find any money on these guys. You find viscera, their axes, which are also covered in viscera, and their clothes, which are also covered in viscera. So you're welcome to help yourself to some viscera-covered hide-based clothing or a standard axe weapon. But these guys, they don't seem to be into possessions. They're into
not that materialistic.
Raw animal carcasses, drinking. You could get yourself a drinking horn. There's definitely a bunch of drinking horns floating about.
That. Dolph takes a drinking horn. Like, it's half full. It's one of the... They were drinking... Someone was drinking from it, is miraculously still on its feet. And yeah, Dolph takes that, refills it, and says, right, I'm good to go, sorry.
Wonderful.
Did you loot the bodies? Okay, let's go.
All right, you continue. In the far distance, the sky is clear, but above the pool, you can only assume lies ahead a black storm cloud spits bolts of red lightning.
Yeah.
And as you continue to pace through the snow-dusted woods under the moonlight, the pool slowly comes into view.
Hold on. Is it worth us maybe not charging in and maybe like, yeah.
I'm very quiet.
Basically, I'm going to tell you what you can see, and if you want to go any closer, you're going to have to start making some stealth checks.
Very well.
Great.
So the trees are thinning out, and you can see ahead this vast pool that you can only assume was once the pool of eternal spring, but its once clear waters are now streaked with dark impurities. And standing at the edge of the pool is a rather feral looking figure clad in animal skins, and 5 beastly humanoid figures stand around, and they're chanting something. But if you want to know more, you will have to sneak up upon them and roll a perception check.
I don't like chanting. Chanting is never a good sign.
9.
No.
Does anyone know how to cast the spell Silence?
Yeah.
I
good.
might have something
Dolph,
else.
that was surprisingly a good idea. I cast silence on them.
Oh, I didn't mean right now.
No,
Okay.
Redding's gonna do it. Redding.
Then we're going in, I guess.
Yeah.
What's the range on silence? Just quickly.
It is 120 feet. So how far away?
I was gonna say they were 100 feet away, so yeah, you can
Great.
hit them with that spell. Do you want to do that? Do you want to talk about this?
No.
Ah, crap!
No.
Shatter!
Redding here's a good idea, and he goes with it. This is a 20-foot sphere. So are they all huddled close together?
Let me
Yeah,
draw
fireball
myself,
range. Yeah.
let me draw myself a little diagram that I thought I'd have a minute to put together when you guys
Sorry,
talked
did I
about
just
your
ruin
plan of
your-
attack or anything like that.
Look, Redding is a man of action. He's
Yeah.
100 feet away. He's got a longbow. He's fine.
He's at his ideal range. No one else is,
Okay.
but his.
Oh, no. Give me a moment. This might
Ooh.
work in our favor.
Okay.
Because I also have a spell with 120 feet range.
I mean,
Nice.
so I don't. Best is 90.
They are occupying a space 15 foot by 10 foot at the edge of the pool. 5 of them are in a little semicircle, and one, clearly the leader, is standing in the middle. They're all facing the pool away from you.
Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna drop silence in the middle of them.
Okay. Understandably, you're about to get a surprise round because these guys have no fucking clue what's going on.
Just
Great.
Because
don't
none
rush
of the
in. Nobody
berserkers
rush
managed
in.
to-
Dolph goes, yeah, that's a great idea. We should all be very quiet. In fact, do you know the spell silence? I do. No.
Yeah.
And you would hear Jenny just, oh, well, I might be able to do something on that.
Ugh.
And she she's going to pet Sarah on the head. I do apologize about this, but I kind of have to see. And she's going to stand up on top of Sarah's back.
Yeah.
And then what do I do? Oh, it doesn't use a it doesn't have a material component. That's nice. And she brings out, what's her weapon? Yeah, she's going to pick out a violin that it looks odd because you hear a slight like click 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 whir, and then a whirring sound, and then she brings out a violin from inside her dress along with the bow, and she starts playing a melody that is just wrong on so many levels.
Okay.
As she casts Crown of Madness on the main guy.
Okay.
I love this for them.
Could I have you read the description of silence and the description of Crown of Madness, just so we're clear about what's going on here?
Yeah,
Okay.
do they need to be able to hear you?
No.
Great.
Cool. So silence for the duration, which is it's a concentration spell up to 10 minutes. For the duration, no sound can be created within or pass through a 20-foot radius sphere centered on a point you choose within range. Any creature or object entirely inside the sphere is immune to thunder damage, and creatures are deafened while entirely inside it.
I was going to shout
casting
at them.
a spell that includes a verbal component is impossible there.
Right. So they can neither hear nor speak for 10 minutes. Presumably you keep your concentration.
Within that sphere, it doesn't move with them, so they could just
Okay.
move out of it, which I imagine they probably will do, but I would be impressed if they do it as maintaining their little circle.
So that's 20-foot sphere. And Crown of Madness?
One humanoid of your choice that you can see within range must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or become charmed. While the target is charmed in this way, a twisted crown of jagged iron appears on its head, and a madness glows in its eyes. The target must use its action before moving on each of its turns to make a melee attack against a creature other than itself that you mentally choose. The target can act normally on its turn if you choose no creature or if none are within its reach.
Oh, this is one that makes it attack its buddies.
Yes.
All right, let's roll a wisdom saving throw for the leader. Does a 17 beat the AC?
Yes, unfortunately it does.
Dang it.
You need a DC 15.
Nailed it. He doesn't even have any pluses to wisdom, so
Dang it.
good for him.
No.
Yes.
Does he have pluses to arrows?
Alrighty. Dolph and Garnott, what would you like to do for your surprises, or are you just going to wait and see what the effect of these two things are?
Garnott, once more into the breach.
Yeah, it's going to take me a little while to get down there, but yeah, sure.
Yeah,
What's
you're
your
100
long
feet
jump
away,
like?
so.
I could, but I need to conserve my energy, so I'm going to begin making my way down, and I'll move and dash.
How much ground will you cover?
60 feet.
60 feet. So you are now 40 feet away.
Dolph is going to run his full 40 feet if we're 100 feet away. Cast Hunter's Mark on the nearest one. The nearest one. Let's thin the numbers first.
Cool. That will hit this will be cultist number 4. Will receive the Hunter's Mark.
And he will then yeet a pair of hand axes at this guy.
At number 4? Okay,
number
roll
4.
some attacks.
There's a 25 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And a 17.
That will also hit.
Excellent. So that is 3. That is 7. And a further 7. And 2d6.
Is this counted as? These are just normal hand axes?
These are normal hand. These are the ones I found at the campsite. These are the last hunter's axes. So they're a total of 22 points of non-magical axe damage. Slashing, I think, technically.
You do strike him twice, but he doesn't seem very bothered.
As in, he seems to be immune to the damage, or he...
I wouldn't put it exactly like that, but he certainly doesn't seem...
Like, he is bleeding, but not as much as I'd have hoped.
It's kind of like you hit him, but it's like it just didn't really do much.
Okay, sure. They're resistant!
Why do you
turns
speak
around and starts walking back.
In such terms? Sarah is also going to start moving. She's got 40-foot speed. I imagine Jenny could choose to roll off if she wants. But Sarah's going to head 40 feet towards the group.
Nah, Jenny's gonna try to stay on.
Yeah.
Surfing.
I mean, she has 14 decks, so she should be able to balance.
Yeah.
Cool. So you guys are 60 feet away.
I'm still 100.
And you're still 100. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. And so concludes the surprise round. So I will need everyone to roll initiative, please.
I would just like to point out that I rolled, I think, 5 natural 20s in the last game.
Yeah. So this is
See
going
if
to
your
be...
luck holds out.
It's going to be bad.
So obviously, it's going to balance out. I rolled a natural 1 for a 6.
But Reddit got a natural 20 for his...
Yeah, I took your luck, I think, Josh.
Damn it.
Too
As
much
long as
stuff
someone's got
going.
it.
Alrighty, so
My love, Redding got a 25.
yeah, I think Redding is going to get to go first.
Jenny got a 21. Dolph got a 17. And Josh is back on his usual form.
What is Dolph's dex, please?
3. Oh, no, 2. Plus 2.
You're still going to go first. Okay, so Redding gets to go first. Followed by Jenny with a lovely 21. Followed by the leader with 18. Then Dolph with 17. Followers. Should have said cultists, really. That makes more sense, doesn't it?
Ooh, Abyss redeemed a D4 bonus. Abyss
Ooh.
for who?
Yes, who would you like to gift this to, Abyss? For DM in case of massacre. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I do not approve.
I'm actually okay with it. You know, after all of the donating to DM during Humblewood, I'm okay with Kieran getting a bit of a donation so that we don't just immediately end the combat.
Yeah, dead set. They did to her last night what you guys normally do to me.
Just obliterated it. And I was too nice to really stop you. I really should have just amped it up to give you more of a challenge, but I'm just too nice.
Well, I reckon you don't have the guts.
Oh, them's fighting words.
All right, but I still have one surprise left up my sleeve.
You've activated my trap card.
All right, you have cast your spells. You have thrown your attacks. But it appears that your intervention has come but a moment too late.
Oh.
The storm cloud
no.
above the pool begins to rapidly expand, red lightning cracking one bolt after another. In the red light, you see the corpses of animals floating in the waters of the sacred pool and realize all those dark streaks must be the blood of the creatures the cult have thrown into the water.
Garnott, we're going to need a bigger net.
Before the chant is cut off, but it appears to have done the trick. The lightning builds up, and suddenly a massive, much larger bolt splits the sky and strikes the surface of the pool, sending up a great cloud of steam. And you see the dark, blood-streaked water start to roil, and a massive figure starts to emerge from the water. Necrotic energy twists and dances around the figure of a massive, dark, horse-like creature that emerges with a long black horn coming to a nasty, sharp point at the tip.
LaRue, by any chance?
She's got a nasty cough.
All that
That's the
necrotic
corruption.
energy. Yeah. Didn't go swimming in
The
a corrupted
cultists
pool.
assembled by the water's edge stare in awe, and it would have been a stunned silence, but it's a magical silence now, as this massive dark figure emerges from the pool. Excuse me, ruining my own oration with coughing. And we will roll an initiative for the corrupted avatar of LaRue.
Run down the hill, see the large horse, turn around, run back up the hill.
Yeah. I'm feeling that.
All
Well,
right,
we tried. Never mind. Let's close the book now. Maybe set it on fire.
If we're in the
so
book, I don't want to close the book.
Well, I kind of want to get out of the book first. We can't close the book without leaving it first.
And luckily for you, the corrupted avatar did not roll super well, so we'll only be going before Garnott. So we proceed. Reading, a massive, shadowy, terrifying unicorn has just emerged from the pool. She's I'm gonna call her she just because it feels right. She's about 50 foot out into the pool, and therefore about 150 foot from you, because you haven't moved yet.
Yeah.
There are, however, still a semicircle of cultists who are like, they would be screaming, "We did it," but they can't. So, what would you like to do?
That's fucked.
Yeah. That was his catchphrase. I love it.
I'm going to target the furthest cultist, so that my melee friends don't have to run as far when I inevitably kill the closest one.
Considerate of you.
That would be cultist number 6 you are aiming at.
Oh, there are 6 cultists?
There are 6 altogether. Number 1 is the leader.
Okay. Poggy.
And 2 through 6 are the followers, but 6 is the furthest away from you.
Okay, great. I will hit that fella, or try to hit that fella. And I'm going to, because I am a gambling man, I'm going to use sharpshooter. So I'm going to take a -5 to this attack roll.
Potentially
let's
deal an
see.
extra 10 damage.
Nice.
Yeah. That
Oof.
is
Oh,
a 7, so that's probably not going to do it.
7, Karen. No.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to. Yeah, no. No,
Yeah, that's fine. I've got another attack, so I'm going to do the same thing again.
Okay.
That's a natural 20.
That will definitely hit. You strike them with your arrow.
Ooh.
Remind me, how do we do crits here?
You do. You basically assume your first roll is the max, and then you roll the second.
Yeah. Excellent. Okay.
Out of curiosity, that 10 doesn't double, does it?
No, because it's just
It's a plus 10
bonus rather than a dice roll.
That's true.
So it is by default a what is maths 13 plus the 10 to 23 plus a
Well, one of the
that says
one of the D8s
two
should have been
D8s.
because it was rolling a crit. So you just take the first one.
Yeah, gotcha.
So it should have been 11.
23 plus 6.
In fact, 13 is what you is sorry. It's 11 plus 8 so 19 plus whatever else. Had you hunted marked?
No.
No.
So 29 is my count.
Someone put a hunter's mark on someone.
I did.
Oh,
Yeah.
you did. Right. So what was the total?
29.
29. And what type of damage is this?
It's piercing damage.
Is it magic?
If they might be resistant. No, it's not.
Unfortunately, they don't seem bothered by this.
There
like,
an arrow sticking out of them?
Yeah, they get shot and they're like, the fuck was that? But
Okay, so when you say don't seem bothered, I
Just
like
cult things?
Yeah. They seemed to take maybe half of the damage. Is that what you're putting down?
It's more like someone, like he felt the blow, but it's not hurting him.
Okay.
But
So
you
he's kind of distracted. He's focused on something else. That sort of thing?
Yeah, he's now, like, both him, like, number 4, who got hit before the corrupted avatar emerged, was temporarily distracted, but then the avatar around, so they're still on the avatar. This guy who's just been shot has now turned around and gone like, who's throwing stuff?
One of them has 2 axes in him.
Yeah. Well, that's
yeah,
not
it's certainly
usual
not the reaction
response.
you'd expect from that sort of injury.
Yeah, that's fair. Cool. Use magic or shit, I guess.
Thank you.
And Sarah is going to move forward so that she is 40 feet away from the closest. Oh no, 30 feet away from the closest.
30 feet?
Yeah.
Hey, Psycho.
And that's my turn.
And Jenny, you're still on Sarah, so
You're now also 30 feet.
you are now also 30 feet away from. How far is Dark Vision's range, by the way?
60.
Normally.
It depends on the source of it.
It'll be moonlight.
Is it dark? Is that what you're asking?
It's nighttime. There's moonlight. The red lightning has now stopped.
Right.
Notably. So actually, Garnott, Sarah, and Jenny, do any of you have like dark vision?
No.
I do indeed.
You
60
have
feet.
dark? 60 feet of dark.
Dolph has 120.
Dolph has 120. Holy shit, you can see a long way.
Yeah. It's a faith. It's the warlock things.
Hashtag
Mine is 60 feet with the goggles of night, so Redding will move forward because those attacks should have had disadvantage. So I'm just going to close the gap.
Cool. So you are now how many feet away?
70.
70. Cool. Those of you with dark vision are now close enough to get a better look at these cultists. The leader appears to be human, but is wearing kind of ragged fur clothing and bare feet despite the snow. The other 5 kind of look like a cross between a wolf and a human. Very nasty looking.
Oh.
And number 6 has turned around with his weird human wolf face and is trying to see what the fuck is attacking him.
Right. Would I recognize these as werewolves?
How common are werewolves in this?
Dolph
Sort
did
of.
mention ravens earlier. Like they work in a
Should we roll
library.
for us?
Yeah, I can
Yeah,
roll for it
sure.
if you like. History?
Roll a history check. See if you
Can I
recognize.
roll too?
History or nature, whichever is better, actually.
I think they are both the same for me. Yes.
Yeah,
An
same
18.
here.
Yes, you recognize these as werewolves.
Ah, Shiza.
I got a 19.
19? Yeah. None of them are in their full wolf form.
Great.
Mhm.
The leader is in their human form, and the 5 others are in their hybrid.
Oh, magic it is.
Yeah. Unfortunately, shooting them isn't going to do much.
Jenny.
That's my whole thing.
That thing again would be great. But have it work this time.
Well, I can absolutely make an attempt.
Just a reminder, there is also a giant unicorn emerging from the pool that you can also shoot at.
Yeah, that'll almost certainly be better.
Look, it's got different things, all right? You gotta...
Yeah.
All right, Jenny, get down.
Yes.
Jenny, it's your turn.
Oh, it's a chopper.
Yeah, it's gonna chop her.
Okay. Now I'm trying to remember if werewolves do they still count as humanoid?
Yes.
Okay.
As long as they're in their humanoid form.
Well, they're either wolf humanoid or humanoid form. So all of them are
Okay.
humanoid to some extent right now.
Yes.
I feel obliged to mention that, like, this is a bunny pen. I don't know if anyone can see because I'm waving it around. It's actually a little rat.
Ah, cute.
It's really cute.
It did look like just like a clothes peg.
Yes.
Before it focused. So I
You
was
can
like, oh,
kinda-
that's
yeah.
cool, I guess, Karen.
I saw it and I was like, I don't
Dumb.
need that, but it's a bunny pen and the ink color is purple, which is my favorite color, so I kind of had to buy it.
I
Anyway.
just remembered something. Okay.
Hey, Dak.
If you want, I can try again. Didn't really like that. Okay.
Yeah,
Well-
you can absolutely try and hit him with Crown of Madness again.
Well, here we go. And you hear that same scratchy, like absolutely abusing the strings of a violin kind of sound. Because I just remembered I have another thing I can use. This
So
Thank-
it was a wisdom save.
wisdom save DC 15.
Ooh! Crit failure.
Nice.
He is
Nice.
absolutely struck with the Crown of Madness. Can you
Awesome.
instruct him to do anything on this turn, or is it the next turn that you can start telling him to do
Let me
things?
check.
Isn't it on his turn?
Okay. So no, it's on his turn, yes. So I will choose the closest cultist to him.
Not to be a pedant, but they're all like in an equidistant semicircle around him.
The one with access in him.
that is cultist number 4, who's actually directly behind him. So you can have him
Yep.
spin around and try to kill number 4.
Yes.
Cool.
This really seems like a very impersonal cult if the cult leader just gave everyone numbers. Yeah.
All
It's a
right.
bad sign when you join a cult and you're assigned a number.
It's a certain kind of cult.
How long does
I think
Crown
it's
of
called
Madness?
Centrelink.
Up to 1 minute.
Oh dear.
Okay. And that's a concentration, isn't it?
It is, yes.
Cool.
Oh, I did it!
Thank you.
Excellent. And it is the leader's turn. So he's
Nice.
going to spin around on the spot and do. He has a spear on him, so he's going to do 2 spear attacks at his buddy number 4,
Who now has a spear in him?
who has, a couple of axes stuck in his back.
Well, he's got
We'll
axes.
see how it goes. Well, there was the one that got axes thrown at him, so
Yeah.
he's going to get a spear stuck in him now as well.
All the things.
All the things.
A copious amount of buttholes.
He hits twice.
Nice.
So he
Nice.
stabs his buddy twice with the spear, but like the other weapons, like it definitely like hits him. His buddy like staggers back and presumably would scream, "Dude, what the fuck?" But he can't because he's still in silence.
Muted.
So yeah, he definitely staggers being stabbed twice with the spear, but doesn't seem hurt by it. Doesn't seem to be inflicting the pain you would hope that this would bring to the situation.
It seems that your theory was correct.
Which one?
Magic. Use magic.
Oh,
Go with
yeah.
emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
Alrighty. Which means it is Dolph's turn. Dolph, you are 60 feet from the cultist, which makes you 110 feet from the giant necrotic
I
unicorn.
think of me not far enough away. Oh, right, okay. Yeah. I'm gonna enter a barbarian rage.
Excellent.
No, I'm not. Sorry, because I'm 60 feet away from them. I actually can't get to them this round, because we were too far away when the combat started.
Shouldn't have said anything. Should have said
Yeah,
exactly
should
nothing.
have had some really good ideas or anything like that. Yeah.
I can help with that on my turn.
What? Getting closer?
Yeah.
Great. I can get there. I just can't be raging when I do it. So what I'm gonna do is, because it's cool and stuff, I'm gonna Misty Step. 30 feet, and then I'm going to charge, head lowered, the remaining 30 feet. But I can't actually do my antler charge because it takes a bonus action. But we can't hurt these guys unless we get in close with a magic weapon, which I pull from. No one sees where Dolph removes this enormous candy cane from, but all of a sudden he's just holding a 5-foot-long candy cane with one edge sharpened to a razor point, as he screams, "Gonna kiss you under the missile, foe!" And swings his great axe with hopefully great acuity.
Which cultist would you like to attack? The closest one is 4,
Number
which has
4
just been attacked
has
by the
my
leader.
axes. Yeah.
Yeah, I got hit with the axes. Oh, 22. Yes, you strike cultist number 4 in the back.
With a magical great axe.
Yes, this is absolutely a magical attack.
I wasn't expecting a sharpened candy cane to be a great axe. So that's even like there's more candy cane that there shouldn't be.
Yeah, it's not a two-handed great. It's not a two-edged great axe. It's just one-edged, but it's massive. It's all about size. That's it. That deals. It's 12 plus a d6 because I am still concentrating on Hunter's Mark because I didn't go into a rage, which is max, so 6. So yeah, that's a total of 18 points of magical slashing damage on the first attack.
18 slashing magical damage. And for the first time, this weapon attack, you see that it would really hurt this dude. You open a massive wound in his back, dislodging the 2 axes already stuck in it.
That's the problem.
And you see him open his wolf mouth in a silent scream of pain. So, because hopefully you yelled your witticism before you passed into the silent circle.
I'm not in the silent circle. I'm presuming he is at the edge of the silent circle. But, well, if I am in it, that's fine.
The silent circle is a bit larger than
okay. Then
It's a 20-foot. So to get to him, because I made the center the leader, so that's 20 feet. He's 15 foot inside the circle. So you were inside the circle.
I was probably about halfway through yelling it when I entered.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
all you guys heard was, "I'm gonna kiss you." But you're all behind me, so you can't hear what else I said. If I said anything, you just think Dolph has also had a crown of madness. Then he rolled a 25 to hit.
Was this the second attack?
Yes.
Yes, that will absolutely hit.
Boo, 2 damage. 6 plus a further 6 from the Hunter's Mark, so another 12.
Another
so
12.
30 all up.
Yeah, that was not fun for him at all.
Good.
He has 2 massive gaping wounds in his back from this candy cane assault. And it is anything else? That's everything you can do, isn't it?
Yes. I am
Wonderful.
out of stuff.
It is now the cultist's turn.
Great.
But lucky for you guys, 2, 3, and 5 are still like at the dark unicorn.
Great.
Number 6, who took a spear to the back, has turned around and has noticed his buddy number 4 getting slashed open in the back. So he is going to rush over and try and attack you, Dolph. So he's going to try and claw you first. But he only rolled a 3, so a 7's not going to hit you, is it? No. He misses you. But having missed you with his claws, he will try to bite you. And he only rolled an 8. It's going great, isn't it?
No, I was doing the kissing.
Except you're miming it.
Yeah, it's all like...
So, a 12 isn't going to hit you either, I feel.
No.
But I do have a D4, don't I? So I might roll that and see if...
Go on, then.
That'll get me over the line. A 2.
15, so you need 15.
That's... And it was 8.
8
plus 4, so 12, 13, 14. Oh, damn!
Good.
He tries, he fails.
I mean, you also have inspiration, Karen.
Oh, I don't want to burn all my shit in one go.
Just to get me with 1 bite.
Yeah, just for 1 bite.
Very well.
Yeah, so, but I feel actually number 4 would also defend himself.
Oh, probably. It's also worth noting, Redding, Jenny, and Garnott also do have inspiration. We all do, because we all hit 800 followers. So a couple of weeks ago. So we all got inspiration because this was an ongoing campaign. If it'd been a new game, then you wouldn't.
I like your made-up rules when they benefit me, so...
Alrighty. Cultist number 4 is going to try and attempt some self-defense against the giant candy cane man. 19! That will hit you.
That does hit, yeah.
That is a claw attack.
What?
So he's going to slash at you with his claws. Giving you...
Hey, Tony.
9 slashing damage.
Oof. Ouch.
And then he will try and bite you. And rolls a 19 again.
Yeah, that hurt. Yeah.
So you're gonna get bit.
Is Dolph gonna be aware, Randia?
Maybe.
See if he bites you first. Oh, he did bite you. 7 points of piercing damage, and you now must roll a con save Do not be cursed with lycanthropy.
Can't save. No, I'm just reloading D&D Beyond. Oh, okay, great. Thank you for that.
That would look a bit weird, I think. Can you imagine the hybrid form of a reindeer and a werewolf?
Gosh, the mind boggles.
It couldn't be any worse than Sonic the Werehog.
Why would you put
Yeah.
that image in my
Like,
head?
Can you imagine, like, it? Dolph would look like some kind of a forest god with like horn or the antlers and
He'd
the
become Krampus.
muscle. Yes.
Okay. I change it. Right. Con save, you say?
A con save.
Ooh, I got a 9.
That
I'm
fails.
gonna burn my inspiration for that.
Yeah.
Nat 20.
What? You don't want?
Yeah,
Nice.
you're fine. You basically just muscle that werewolf poison right out of the bite wound. That wasn't fun for you.
Comes back
You
out.
still took damage, but you're not going to turn into a werewolf anytime soon.
Yeah.
Good for you.
I've already got enough flowing around in this body. I don't need any more anybody else's opinions. However, I did manage to pass both of my concentration checks on my hunter's mark, though. How much damage did I take from the bite?
You took 7 piercing damage from the bite.
Cool. Ouch.
And yes, the other cultists are busy at the unicorn, so that is all of the ones that were going to do anything. But it is now the corrupted avatar of LaRue's turn. So as you watch this dark, kind of twisting unicorn lowers its head and charges across the water of the pool until it reaches the shore where the cultists are. And as you watch, it lowers its head and
Murders them.
tries to spear one of the cultists
Yes.
on its horn.
I knew it was
so
wrong
it
what they
will-
say about you. Silent.
So that is a dirty 20, so it's going to hit. Wonderful. I'm gonna roll the damage on D&D Beyond because that's too many dice for me to roll manually without pissing myself off.
Yeah, that's a great.
Watch
sign.
everyone panic.
Ooh. Note to self: don't get hit by that.
It does 34 damage to poor cultist number 2. And they have to make a wisdom save, which they fail. So as you watch the dark necrotic twisting horn of the unicorn just goes right through the cultist, who's like arms up to embrace this dark figure that it has helped summon, and it just goes right through it. And then the unicorn pulls its head back, pulling the horn out, and you half expect this guy to just keel over and die right in the spot, but instead his whole form becomes rigid and then starts to shake, and he goes from half wolf to full wolf. And turns ready to attack whatever's nearest to him. But the avatar isn't quite done yet, so it's going to lash out with its hooves at the next nearest target, which is cultist number 3. So they're going to see if they get kicked into oblivion. And they are about to get kicked into oblivion. How sad for them.
It's almost like it's not advisable to summon dark avatars of anything.
Yeah, if it's called a dark avatar, maybe don't.
What have we learned? Nothing.
Don't summon dark avatars of demigods.
So
Don't go to DM.
yeah, and it does magical damage as well, so it can actually hit these guys pretty hard. So number 3 takes a whopping 26 points of hoof damage, but does not, like his buddy, transform.
Interesting. Oh, the first one was horned, right?
Yes.
Kill as
First
many
one
of them
got-
as they can. We don't want it getting fancy, fun allies.
Right, working on it.
Shout out to Psychol in chat going, now that's one horny mother unicorn. Yes, it is. That is everything.
Is that everything it can do?
That is everything it is going to do. So the avatar is now basically on top of the cultists and has one werewolf buddy, which means it is now Garnott's turn. He's been waiting so patiently to get in here. Get in there, man.
How far away is this avatar?
You are 40 feet away from the cultists, so 50 feet from the avatar.
Okay. I'm going to move, dash, run, fly as far away. No, I'm not really. As I'm running
You're
towards
a
it, and shit come out of the
fighter! Be useful!
evil unicorn, and I start glowing with a white aura, and I'm going to use my psionic leap, which gives as a bonus action, which gives me a fly speed of 60 feet. And instead of flying, I animate between the trees.
Yes, we do the little
Yeah.
ding, 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 ding.
And I will flip over and attack the giant unicorn.
Amazing.
2 attacks. So first attack is a 26 to hit.
Yes, that will hit.
The fact that you went has me worried. I'll do my second attack, which is a 17 to hit.
They both hit.
Oh,
You land 2 blows on the unicorn.
DM, can I ask how close would Garnott be to Sarah?
Not very. Sarah is still 30 feet away, so 40 feet away from Garnott right now.
That's a shame. Okay.
So first blow does 9 damage.
We get 9 points of piercing damage, and then for the second strike, as I sort of swoop around its neck, the blade will glow white as I put a psionic strike into it.
Nice.
Which is going to be another 9 points of piercing damage
Rough.
and 4
How was
points
your-
of force
How was your
damage.
plus damage to 8?
I've
plus-
got dueling as a. Oh, it's all magical damage as well. 'Cause
Right.
It's a
Yeah,
magic
it's
sword.
a +1 sword, yeah.
Yeah, plus 1 sword, and
Wonderful.
I've
You
got
do-
dueling.
You do 22 damage to the corrupted avatar of LaRue. And where you have struck it, you see dark necrotic energy leaking out, kind of like mist into the air.
Great.
And were it not in the circle of silence, you imagine it would have roared in rage at being so insulted by you
Oh.
attacking it.
Hold my shield up and just look over it like. I don't say anything because silence. But like, and that's my turn.
And with that decisive blow against this dark figure, we're going to take a short little break because it has been over an hour and a half. So everyone take a moment, grab a drink, stretch your legs. We will be back in 5 to 10 minutes and we will return to the battle to see what Redding has up his sleeve against this rather interesting array of enemies. So for the next 5 to 10 minutes, say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye,
Bye-bye.
everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Welcome back, everybody. Hearty party, deep in combat with some werewolf cultists and an enormous necrotic unicorn, the corrupted avatar of LaRue. So far, they've worked out that werewolves don't really care if you hurt them unless it's magical. The unicorn doesn't seem so picky, but the unicorn has attacked 2 of the cultists that just summoned it, so its allegiances are a little hazy at this point. We had just finished watching Garnott use his Super Saiyan ninja super speed jumping power to get over to the avatar and do 2 crippling blows with his short sword, which he didn't care for at all. But since the silence spell is still up, everyone is just screaming silently into the void, which is a sensation I can relate to. So this brings us back to the top of the combat order. Redding, what would you like to do?
Oh, fuck.
What?
Dead with feeling.
Look, he's basically talking to himself at this point as he's just kind of walking a bit closer so that he can see everything clearly. So he's going to make sure that everything is within 60 feet of him. So I believe that's about 20 feet of movement.
Cool.
Right. Okay. I didn't really mention explicitly, but he's got these big green goggles on, which have like owl feather rims so that he can actually see. And his scar is very visibly a burn scar, where it was a little difficult to determine before. Right. Okay. I thought that was the thing that we're trying to save, but it does look a bit fucked, and Garnott has tried to eat that one too, so alrighty. So
Tasty.
I'm going to try. Yeah, let's do it. I'm going to try a sharpshooter shot against the evil fucked avatar.
Cool.
Yeah.
Go right ahead.
Real quick, Karen, I forgot to mention that at the end of the cultist leader's turn, he can make another wisdom save to shake the crown of madness.
Oh, so he should have done one at the end of his last turn?
Yeah.
Let's see if he passes it. Nothing to wisdom. 15?
Yeah, meet to beat.
So he did?
Yeah, you needed a 15 or above.
Cool. So he is no longer mad. Well, he is mad, but he's not.
But not controlled by Jenny.
Yeah.
I'm going to add my inspiration on that longbow attack. So I'm gonna, because I did use my sharpshooter, so this is a -5, so a dirty 20 I imagine will hit.
A dirty 20 will hit the avatar.
Yes, great.
Roll some damage.
Yes, I will, and there's a +10 on top of this. So that is 22, plus I'm going to use my favored enemy feature, being a ranger, to add 1d6 to that, favored foe.
Hey.
It's just a generic one. It's when I hit something, it just adds the... Yeah.
So that'll be 27?
That's an extra 5. 27, yes, that's right.
Wow. Your shot slices through the dark avatar of LaRue, and you see more of that dark, misty ichor wisping away from its form, and it gives another silent scream of rage.
Oh, sorry, the silent spell disappeared as I'm concentrating on my favored foe. So maybe it starts as a silent scream and then halfway through. Did it seem to take the full impact of that damage?
It did. It did.
Redding smiles. Yeah, fuck yeah.
100 feet away.
No, he's 60 feet away from it. So I could probably charge him if I wanted to. He's going to do a second attack.
Wonderful. Go right ahead.
Cat.
I'm not feeling so brave, so this one is not going to be a
Sharpshooter.
It probably should have been. 23.
You strike.
Okay. And cool, that is 12 damage, plus Sarah is going to I believe Sarah is still within 30 feet of me.
Yes,
so
she is exactly
Sarah...
30 feet from you.
Excellent. We've been well trained in this. She's going to notice the first arrow, then see the second arrow, and spit a little ball of flame on it to add a little bit of damage as her reaction. So that's going to be another d6 of fire damage. So that is 17 damage total on the second attack.
Yeah, you strike the avatar again. It does its horrible, nasty whinny, and you see like a little kind of burst of fire as the flaming arrow hits it, and then more black ichor wisping away from its form.
Fucking nice.
It's a little mad.
I'm just gonna stay where I am.
Wonderful.
But Sarah is now going to charge forward to the closest cultist.
To Sarah, that would be number 5, who is mouth agape in horror at his friends being attacked by the avatar. He just went to so much effort to summon. He's a little like, oh.
Never mind. In that case, is she within 30 feet of? Is it number 4 who's taken a bunch?
Actually,
of
yes,
damage?
you could absolutely go for number 4 instead.
Okay, great.
Who is already?
She is going. Yeah, fantastic. She's going to do that. So this is a bite attack. And my proficiency bonus is a +3, so she's going to get a +6 to this roll. Cool. So 17 to 17 hit.
Yes, you hit.
Okay.
I just realized. No, yes. I was looking at the wrong stats, but yes, you still hit cultist number 4.
Great. Cool. So this first d6 is just regular bite piercing damage, so this will be resisted. But yes.
If Sarah runs in to be in melee range, Jenny would absolutely get off.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Jenny bails. So Jenny.
Yeah.
Get down!
Yeah.
Before it chops her.
And as Jenny does, Sarah's wings spread fully. She's going to yes, so that was 9 damage. 9 piercing damage. And then
Sorry, 9 what top damage did you say?
Piercing.
But is it considered magical because it's a dragon?
No, it's not magical.
Okay. It's not. Yeah.
But then she breathes a little gout of fire as well and adds 1d6 of fire damage. So that will be 4 fire damage as well.
Cool. He does take the fire damage. You singe his fur, which does not best please him. He's having a real day.
Yeah, I bet. And he's got this medium-sized dragon with wings fully unfurled. In fact, she's going to fly up so that she's above him.
Cool.
Cool. And that is our turns.
Wonderful. Yeah. Jenny, you have bailed off of Sarah. What would you like to do?
Realizing that sound can now again be heard from this group, she's going to tap the bow of her violin against her metal chin. You hear like a ding, 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 and then I never really liked the scent of burned hair, and you just make it worse. As she casts vicious mockery on the guy that Sarah bit.
Wonderful. Is that a save on my part?
Yes, a wisdom 15 DC.
He rolled a 7, so he is cut to the core by this insult. How much?
Oh, come on. 2
Bullshit.
psychic damage. I rolled the lowest I could.
But he has disadvantage on his next thing, yes?
Yes.
He's really upset. He's like, it's not my fault.
I didn't ask to be a werewolf.
You just set me
I
on
did ask to be burnt. You wouldn't
And
like me if
then-
I go for a dip.
I just looked at you, rolled
Wentford
2
doesn't smell any
ones.
better.
Oh.
Yes. And let's see. Who is Dolph next, right?
Dolph is
Oh.
next to cultist number 4.
Okay. And she's going to turn to Dolph and just now bring that magnificent axe down on them as she gives you a bardic inspiration.
Aww.
And let's see, you can.
Dolph's nose glows brighter.
You get a mote of potential.
Ooh.
It's a tiny little
nose.
yeah. And let's see, what would I give you? You actually when granting it, you summon a mote of potential, and you get to pick either ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. Which one do you want?
Saving. No, attack roll, probably.
Okay, so
No, saving throw, please.
the creature you see, you get temporary hit points equal to the roll of the bardic inspiration die plus 4.
Nice.
Nice.
Do I have to use the bardic inspiration die to get those?
When granting exit, you summon a mote of potential. Yes. So when you need a saving throw and you would take damage, you roll the bardic inspiration die, and you would get temporary hit points equal to the roll plus 4.
Okay.
So
cool.
and it is a. Let me check what.
It has
die
to be
it
when I
is.
would take damage.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, you get to pick it. You get to pick when you use it, but it's a
Okay.
saving throw.
Because I'm going to do a lot of saving throws, I imagine. So
Yeah.
because I'm
so
concentrating
it's,
on spells.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's 1d8 plus 4.
Okay, cool. Thank you. And I also get to add that 1d8 to the saving throw as well.
No, it's just temporary hit points.
Okay.
So
Cool.
it's basically just when you need to make a saving throw where that would cause damage, you can just bolster your hit points
Right, okay. Cool.
to take less damage,
Oh,
the
Cool.
actual damage.
sure. Awesome. Thank you.
Wonderful.
Sorry, I'm just looking through. It looks like it's an additional effect. So you would still be able to use the inspiration
As an
on the
inspiration.
Yeah.
save as well.
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Awesome.
Josh didn't.
I
was
thought
So
there
you,
asking for
you
that.
get an extra thing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Wonderful. That's the end of Jay's turn, which means it is the cult leader's turn. And unfortunately, he has overcome the crown of madness and now has his senses about him and realizes that a deer man wielding a giant candy cane has seriously injured his fellow cultist in front of him.
No, I didn't.
Admittedly, so did
Oh,
he.
yes, you did.
I
The other cultists. Turn this into a pantomime.
So
think
the
your
cult-
biggest problem is really the giant reindeer. Not me, the other one.
Look, he's aware of this, but he hasn't been attacked yet, so it's fine.
Right, okay.
So he's going to attack Dolph with his spear. Does a 14 hit?
Nope.
He stabs and misses. Fortunately, he gets a second attack, so he rolls even worse that time and rolls a 7.
Stop it. The threat is there.
So I'm going to burn my inspiration to re-roll that 3. 15?
Equal speeds.
Yay! He strikes. Fortunately, it's only a spear, so it's not that bad.
Rolls loads of dice.
Supposed to grab the wrong one. Where's my... Oh, lovely. Max damage.
There it is.
10,
There it is. Fucking...
10 points of piercing damage.
Yeah. Yeah, I really think I might rage, you guys.
And as he stabs you with his second spear blow, you hear him yell, "Water into blood, earth into bones!"
Axe into skull!
Well,
And it
he's
is
really
your
been
turn,
waiting.
So,
He's been waiting to say that for the silence to drop.
Yeah.
Cultist number 4 is grievously injured to your right. So is uninjured cultist number 6. Injured cultist number 3, who just got kicked by the avatar, is to your left, and the leader is in front of you, who has just stabbed you with a spear.
Karen, are they all within a 10-foot radius sphere?
Yes.
Then I eschew any form of magical attacks and instead go... How big is this room? And Dolph clicks his fingers. No, he would say, can you hear that, boys and girls? Sleigh bells! Clicks his fingers. And a single enormous bell tolls. And they all need to make Constitution saves.
Oh, lovely. That is 1, 2, 3, 4 con saves.
Would the unicorn be in it as well?
No.
Okay, that's
It's a 20-foot diameter sphere. From a
Centered
point,
on Dolph.
not on me. I can put the point wherever I want within 60 feet.
Okay. Sorry, so it's 20-foot sphere?
It's a 20-foot wide sphere. It's 10-foot diameter. 10-foot radius.
Okay. If you... That was the 20-foot sphere before. See, the thing is, if you position it so you get all the cultists and the avatar,
You also
you
get
are
me.
going to hit Sarah and Garnott.
How many do I avoid? How many do I have to avoid getting Sarah and Garnott? Redding is very particular about his dragon. I'm prepared to miss the one in front of me to not get Sarah.
Wouldn't you have to get yourself as well?
No, I'm not. I'm at the edge of the circle of them as far as I'm
Okay.
aware.
If you miss Sarah, you'll also miss cultist number 5. But Garnott and the Avatar are in combat, so it's going to be hard not.
Okay, I won't get the combat. I won't get Garnott and the Avatar. He's got this. I'll just deal with the peons.
Yeah, like you can comfortably get the 4 around you, and honestly, if you positioned it right, you could get number 2, who's turned into a werewolf as well.
Love that.
But yeah, if you want to get the Avatar and number 5,
That's fine. No,
you good.
let's get
yeah.
as many as I can without getting my friends.
Okay. So yeah, you can hit everybody but number 5 and the Avatar.
So a con save from all of them, please.
So 1, 2,
You need a
3,
14.
5.
Ooh, it's not bad.
Okay, con save.
Yeah.
So it's plus 2. So we got 5, 17, 6, and 15.
2. 2 passes, 2 fails.
And a 10.
3 fails, 2 passes.
3 fails, 2 passes.
Just in numerical order, it would be the first
yeah, 1
one.
and 2 pass. So 3, 4, and 6 are going to take damage.
No, they're all going to take damage, but the first 2 only take half.
Okay. 1
This
and 2
is
will
a
take half
second level
damage.
spell.
Yeah.
They take 14 damage if they take max, or 7 if they take half.
Okay, so the leader takes 7, number 2 takes 7. 6 takes 14. 3 takes 14. And number 4, does the Hunter's Mark do any boost to?
No, sadly not. It's weapon damage.
It takes 14. Number 4 is not looking good at all.
Great.
But for now, he is alive. Anything else, Dolph?
I enter a barbarian rage.
Okay, cool. Wonderful.
If I'm going to be soaking the damage, then I better be able to soak some damage.
All right, it is now the cultist's turn.
Awesome.
So I'm going to do them in numerical order, which means number 2 is going to act first. This is the one that has been transformed into a werewolf by the corrupted avatar. He is going to attack his buddy, number 3.
Great.
Slashing at him. Actually, he'll try and bite him first.
That's stupid. I love it.
And he succeeds.
Even better.
So he bites his friend.
No, don't give the werewolf lycanthropy. Lycanthropy.
It's going to be some sort of dark, messed up lycanthropy.
Yep, so he takes
What did he do?
8 damage. Oh, sorry, I just added it to the wrong person. That one takes 8 damage, but he will then slash at him with his claws.
Can I ask, is this magical piercing and slashing damage? Do they have resistance to this damage, or is it?
Actually, yeah, he would have resistances. They can't hurt each other. All right.
Reading
They're
aloud
just
says,
slapping each other.
the werewolf becomes a werewolf. It is uncomfortably aware of how much of a wolf it is.
Yeah.
Tell you what, actually, I feel like the werewolf bite would be magical
Magic.
in some way.
Yeah.
So he'll do a con save on that one, and if he fails it, he will take the... Sorry, yeah, if he fails the con save, he'll take the bite damage. Unfortunately, he fucking aced his con save, so he doesn't take the bite damage, and he doesn't take claw damage. So he's okay. He's just a little mad at his friend.
So
But
this
since
is
he's a
basically
little- Sorry.
this is basically what would happen if Jenny tried to slap anyone.
Yeah.
She would hit, but it does 0 damage.
Well, it's doing half damage, isn't it?
No.
No,
They're
I think
immune.
They are
They're
immune.
immune.
Oh, they're immune.
Yeah.
Right.
Unless you have a
Werewolves.
silvered weapon.
Yeah.
But he's pissed off at his mate now. So he's going to turn around and do some ineffectual damage of his own back. So he'll bite him. He
Bad wolf.
succeeds. Let's see if he passes his con save.
So they're basically
He
just
does.
going.
So he bites him.
at each
He
other.
also slashes him with his claws, but does no damage. So they're basically having a slap fight right now. It's kind of hilarious.
They're ripping shreds off each other. It just instantly regrows.
Yeah. They're just instantly healing, but they're no longer Dolph's problem. They're very much engaged with each other.
That doesn't stop Dolph being their problem.
It does not. So that's 2 and 3. Number 4, who's half dead, is going to try and bite Dolph again.
Right, keep that rage going, baby.
He crit fails. He does not bite you. He bites himself.
Ow.
But then regroups to try and slash you with his claws. Does a 19 hit you, Dolph?
Yes, my love, it does.
Excellent. You are going to take some slashing damage. Or you're going to take half of it.
Slashing damage.
Oh shit, I just threw my d4 onto the floor, so I'm just gonna... well, apparently I only had 2 d4s in my
Don't stand
entire
on it.
dice box.
Yeah.
So a 1,
Yes, but
and
he's immune to
3.
his own damage, Crispin, so yeah, he's fine.
6. So, yeah, bites himself for 0 damage. Yeah, you take 6 points of slashing damage, Dolph.
Great. Love that for me.
My tongue!
As in,
Tongue!
total? Total or halved?
Oh, that's the total, so you take 3.
Good.
Cultist number 5 has finally realized that shit's gotten fucky. Namely because there's a giant, well, reasonably sized dragon. How far off the ground does she hover?
Probably only about 10 feet. I mean, within... It's still within melee range of
Okay, so he can attack.
So, yeah.
Technically speaking, 5 feet.
Yeah.
So maybe 10 feet off the ground. Cool. Number 5 is going to try and attack Sarah. Try to bite the dragon. Rolls a 12.
That ain't gonna do it.
Didn't think it would.
He's got
His werewolf
17
jaws
AC.
close on thin air. But
Yeah.
he does slash with his claws as well and rolls a dirty 20.
Yep, that'll do it.
I'll do it.
Claws are much better though. You 3, 5,
Attacking
6,
with-
7 slashing damage to Sarah.
Attacking Sarah is an objectively bad idea.
Well, he hasn't worked that out yet. And 6 is in melee with Dolph, so we'll try and attack Dolph. That was cocked. Rolls a 3, so I don't think that 7's going to hit you. So claws,
Who? Where? He's back.
11.
Nope.
Misses you twice. Which brings the cultists. God, my villains just cannot hurt you guys.
My AC is only 15. It's not even that good. Like, I'm
To be
not
fair,
wearing
I
armor.
can't hurt them, so...
Yeah, well, yeah. The whole thing is a bunch of everybody not being able to hurt each other. Like your villains can't even hurt each other.
I know, it's hilarious. I'm just like, so werewolves can get into fights with each other and just
Just go.
not a big deal.
So
Yeah.
It's so dumb. The avatar of LaRue.
Can hurt them.
I'm just double checking its preference for
Ooh.
targets.
Violence.
Yeah, Garnott's fine.
He barely did anything.
Hiding his eyes with bread.
Unfortunately, you hurt the avatar. If you'd missed, it wouldn't have attacked you, but you hit. So the avatar is going to try and hurt you.
Howie.
Oof! That's the second dice I rolled off the table.
Calm down.
Do you have a
I'm just
tray?
rolling too hard for my tray. Okay.
She does. She's got a beautiful Wooden Forge dice tray. Check it out.
I do have a lovely
woodenforge.com.
Woodenforge, that's right. Does
Wooden
a
Forge,
16
unfortunately not
hit?
Karen proof.
Does a 16 hit you, Garnott? This is a hoof attack.
I shall block it with my shield. As in, no, it doesn't hit.
No, it doesn't hit. Wonderful. Well, having missed you, it will now try and spear you with its horn. But I feel like a 15's not going to hit you either.
No.
Nope, you have survived its wrath for now. Which means it's your turn.
Yay.
Look what arrived the other day.
Hey.
Oh,
The-
nice.
Speaking of Wooden Forge,
Yes,
lucky winner.
it smells so good.
Reading aloud in the comments. I'm remembering the fight between Xander and Harmony and Buffy. They just ended up slapping and hair pulling to epic music. This is what I'm imagining.
So hooves stamp down on me, I block it, and then as it goes to hit me with the horn, I sort of sidestep and its horn hits into the ground. I'll place my foot on the horn and jump onto the back of its neck and then
Hell yeah.
cut into it twice.
Hell yeah.
Roll those attacks.
Right.
Psycho
Psionic energy.
also, I once fought a bunch of werewolves, and the only way any of us could do damage was pushing them off the roof of the church we were fighting.
Yeah.
Is that holy damage? If you fall onto consecrated ground?
You need
Force
to
damage,
pull
wouldn't it?
out the crucifix to
Just
stab them.
bludgeon
with
them.
that.
That's a
Yeah.
24 to hit and a natural 20 for a 29 to hit.
Jesus, yeah, they both hit, and one of them crits. How much
Scheiße.
damage would you like to do?
Building up psionic energy as I go as well. So I'm going to do psionic strike on both of these. So the first
yeah.
one is... I rolled a 1 again on the damage. So that's
Fuck.
9 points of piercing and 6 points of force. And then the second one would be 6 plus 7, which is what, 13? Math in my head, 13.
6 plus 8?
Yeah, it would be 6 plus 8, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. 6 plus 8, which is 14, plus another 8, which is 22, and then roll the dice. It's
Hell
going
yeah.
to be 12 and 3. So that is 37 points of damage on that
Altogether?
second attack. Altogether on the second attack. It's all magical.
Did you add that the plus 8 twice?
No, just once.
Oh, okay. Good. Awesome. Amazing.
And then, as the
Good.
energy has built up within me, it cracks and shatters as I use action surge and attack 2 more times.
Oh, Jesus.
Building up psionic energy again. That's a 27 to hit.
Fucking hell.
Sarah is going to add 1d6 of fire damage to that.
And another 27 to hit.
Whoa. Holy hell.
So
You hit it
This
2 more
first-
times.
this first attack is 11 piercing, magical piercing, 4 force, and 6 fire. So that is quick math in my head that I can't do. A lot of damage. And then the second lot of damage is 14 magical piercing and 9 points of force damage.
Someone total that for me, because I'm too shell-shocked to do maths right now.
11,
That is
14,
an obscene amount of
um,
damage.
21, 35, 44, plus the previous 37 is 81.
That would be 31 because I did add the plus 8 to that, so it'd be 31 damage, not 37.
So-
Sorry, 29.
29 and 44.
So 29 and 44.
Yes.
Did you put the damage from the first 2 attacks?
Yeah. Sorry, it's just 44. It's just 44. If you from the action
So-
surge.
So the first round of attacks was meant to be 30.
Hang on, where's
Sorry, I'm
the-
confused because you.
Yeah, no, I
So
spat
the
a
first
lot of
round should have been
numbers.
29. The second round was 44.
I believe so.
Okay.
Yep.
Math
15.
time.
73.
There's a lot, yeah.
No,
It's-
83.
No, 73.
It's 73.
Yeah,
Um,
70. Yeah. That's 30 in
69.
there somewhere.
Don't say numbers at me.
420.
I need a mini calculator for these things. God damn. Okay.
I'm normally better at keeping track of my damage. That's-
That was a lot of numbers.
yeah.
It's one of the things I really, really like with above VDT is because you just
Buzzer.
put in minus and the number and it does the calculations for you.
Yeah.
All right, you've done a phenomenal amount of damage. Like dark necrotic mist is just pouring from these wounds in the avatar, and it gives another horrible, corrupted neigh of rage at the pain that you have inflicted upon it.
As my bonus action, seeing all the broken psionic particles around me, I'll sort of breathe in and I will regain 1 psionic energy point as I'll use psionic recovery. And then
Okay.
that's my turn.
I apologize. Because I entered a barbarian rage, I'll wait until my turn. But I'm a wild magic barbarian.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
But I will roll it on my turn because I forgot.
That will keep it simple. All right, Redding, you're safely out of the way of all this carnage. What would you like to do?
Yeah, right. Fuck.
Not here.
Am... With who?
I'm busy.
Hoopst. I'm going to drop concentration on favored foe. To use my bonus action to cast Zephyr Strike.
Nice.
It does a bunch of stuff, but the only thing that it does that is relevant is I can use it to give me advantage on a weapon attack, which gives me an extra 1d8 force damage, which I'm going to do now, using Sharpshooter. So this is going to have advantage on this attack. And this is against the only thing that I can damage, God.
Dolph. Oh.
Cool. So that is advantage. Oh. Does a 13 hit?
Oof.
It says 18 here.
Yeah, but he's
because
-5.
it's -5 with Sharpshooter.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, that does not hit.
Rough.
That's a shame.
You do have advantage. You do have inspiration.
I used it last turn, unless I got it again.
Nope, I don't think so. All right, my bad.
Yeah. Hey, Jenny, I wouldn't mind a bit of a little jingle. And I'm just going to roll again. I'm going to do Sharpshooter again.
You've rolled 2 low, really ones. You do a good one.
Actually, no. I'll just do a normal. This won't be Sharpshooter.
Whoa.
Well,
no,
that's
you were
a natural
right.
One. Yeah.
No, I take it back. All
I
right.
need to restring my bow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that misses as well, I'm afraid. Your arrows sail past the avatar, leaving it unmolested. I'm going to say that basically all the dark misting ichor coming off it's making it really hard to see where the edge of the unicorn is. So
yeah, I take off my goggles and give them a rub and put them back on. That is my turn.
what would Sarah like to do?
I didn't use my bonus action, so Sarah is already in melee, but she can't attack, but I believe she can dodge.
Didn't you use Zephyr Strike?
Yeah, as my bonus action. So I need to use my bonus action to give her a command. Yeah. So she can't attack, but she can dodge. So she's going to do that. So everyone has disadvantage on attacks against her.
Cool. Which means it is Jenny's turn. Lovely Jenny.
So, those hand axes that were dropped on the ground.
They're on the floor.
Yeah. Would you say that Jenny can see them?
Yeah.
So
I see.
she is basically going to look at those, tilt her head a little bit, try and be cutesy, and just go, do you want to play? And she's gonna use animating performance to animate one of the hand axes.
Cool.
Which it turns into a dancing item or a dancing axe. And let me double check what it does.
And this helps us how?
It does force damage.
Great.
It's magic damage. Shares my initiative count immediately after mine. Move and use his reaction on its own, but the only action. No. So I use the animating performance on this turn to wake this hand axe, and then I use my bonus action to say, "Could you be a darling and attack that one?"
Which one would you like to attack? You have the badly injured number 4, the cult leader number 1, number 5 that just tried to attack Sarah, and number 6 that is also attacking Dolph.
I'd say the number 4.
Number 4? Wonderful.
So-
Roll an attack for the hand axe.
Let's see. So I'm.
What's the stats for a hand axe?
So it
Use
used.
Jenny's spellcasting ability modifier, I'd have thought.
Melee weapon. Your spell attack modifier to hit. Yes.
Okay.
So a D20 plus 7. Because hard.
Yeah, I think you'll hit number 4.
Let's hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah, 19. And
1d6. It's a hand
Oh,
axe.
no,
I don't know
it's-
if it uses the weapons.
no,
attack.
it's 1d10 plus
Hell yeah.
my proficiency.
Hell
So
yeah.
1d10 plus 3.
Nice.
Yep, that'll hit.
Let's see. 1d10 for 7. No, 7
10.
plus 10 force damage.
How do you do this?
Yay!
Nice.
This was the first axe I hit him with.
Yes. Full circle moment.
So Jenny just stands there in the snow. I imagine you can barely see her over the snow. Oh, could you be a darling and hit that one? And the axe just rises up and just thump down on on top of the head of this werewolf. And because it's force damage, it doesn't actually cleave it, but it just goes thunk into its head and it just drops.
Yeah, his skull caves in a little and he keels over dead in the snow. Well done.
Excellent.
That's what we call a bite of an axe.
Anything else you can do, Jenny, or is that...
That's
Inspiration?
unfortunately it. No, I used my bonus action to
Oh, yes.
order
you
it
can.
around.
You can do both with this class.
Oh, I can. Ah, that's nice. Oh yeah, I can. So she will turn to Redding and I know you have it in you. And
So does he now. I gesture at
mean-
number
Bad
4
you
with the axe.
Didn't give it to Redding.
yes, you're not wrong.
So
So,
Redding
yeah.
is now bodically inspired.
Yes, and you have a tiny little snowflake circling around your head
Aw.
as the mote of inspiration.
It is
Nice.
the cult leader's turn. Dolph.
So
you-
what's the dice? Is it a D6 or a D8?
8.
It's a D8,
Cool.
and you can choose if you want.
Yeah.
Where did you go? Ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
Yeah, it'll be an attack.
I am afraid, Dolph, that the head cultist just crit on his attack on you.
Oh well.
So
Let me check something.
I hear the word silvery barbs.
Oh no.
I,
No. Don't do the old gag. We do the new gag. This is a bard cutting words.
I think only law bards can do.
Only
cutting
lore
words,
bards
can't
get
they?
cutting
Ah.
words, but let me check if it's. Yes, it is on an attack roll.
so what does
And-
that do?
So what Silvery Barbs does is that you have to
Oh
reroll
no.
the attack. So you hear just from this little snowbank with a green hat, you just go, I no.
You're going to make me re-roll my crit hit. That is
Yes.
so unfair.
I'm
Does
raging.
Does a 15 hit?
It does.
Great. And I rolled a 1 on my damage. So you take 3 damage from this.
No, I don't. I take 1.
Yeah. You take 1 damage. Hate you all.
And I'm going
From that
since,
crit.
But he does get 2 attacks, so he does get to try again.
Fair.
Yeah.
That's true. And I
Don't
don't
forget
get the
you've
Silvery
got
Barb.
bonuses as well, Karen.
Yeah.
Yes. And the
What do you mean?
advantage goes to
Have you
Garnott.
used
Don't you have inspiration?
No, I burnt it
She
already.
used it.
Ah,
Trying
I
to
burnt it.
bite me.
But I feel like a 10 isn't gonna hit Dolph,
Oh.
so
Garnott, you get the advantage on your next attack roll.
Thank you very much.
Doesn't need it, but all right.
all right. That's all she wrote for the cult leader. Dolph! I
So
only get a good hit in, and I don't get to do it.
number
Thank you,
4
Lord.
is down.
Yes,
How
number
does
4
the,
is dead.
how
You
does
are
the cult
still-
leader look?
He's still looking pretty healthy. Number 6 is looking slightly worse than he is. And number 2 and 3 are just fighting each other.
Yeah, I'm in a rage now, so attacking is the order of the day. And I now need to roll on the Wild Magic Surge table. And I'm going to use Corsair's Cove's better Wild Magic Surge table. So I need, and I'm actually going to ask an audience member to do this for me. Can I get a D20 in chat, please? Because I'm a silly boy. DM whiffing is such a vibe. Yeah, rough.
Yeah,
Roll, exclamation
I-
mark, roll space, the number 20, reading aloud.
Yeah, chuck a 20 after space.
I just
Tony gets a
imagine
5.
that Jenny just saw the cult leader just going in for a real good hit and was like, no.
An intangible spirit, which looks like a flump or a pixie.
Yes.
I think a pixie, because we've already seen some today, appears within 5 feet of one creature of your choice that you can see within 30 feet. Excellent. Yeah. Are there anybody
No way.
standing next to each other? Like 6 and 5, 6 and the cult leader, for example.
Yeah, 1 and 6 are standing near each other. 2 and 3 are standing near each other.
I'd like it to be between 6 and the cult leader.
Okay.
Is that possible?
Yeah, absolutely.
A little
They're
pixie.
basically side by side attacking you right
Yeah.
now.
A little pixie appears in the space between the two of them. And just pops in and says, "Hey, Dolph, you're doing great. Everybody's rooting for you back home." And it looks like a little man in a green suit with little red striped socks and curly toes on his shoes, but he's got wings. Dolph turns to him and goes, "Thank you, Twinkles. That's very kind of you to say. Smite!" And continues smiting with his axe. And he's going to smack down on the cult leader, I'll be honest. This guy seems to be the cause of and solution to most of his problems right now. So Dolph is going to attack this man. Does a 13 hit?
It does.
Great. 4. Wah, boo. 8 damage.
8 damage. Didn't appreciate that.
And then he attacks it again. Oh, for 15 this time.
Yep, hits.
And come on. Bullshit. Another 2. Yeah, I feel your pain, Josh. So that's another 8. I rolled 2 2s on D12. And I don't get
Sarah's going to add a modifier to that, so you can add a D6.
Oh, thank you. Nice of you.
Josh is with the low damage rolls.
3. For a further 3 fire damage. And all of mine is magic.
Yeah. Cool.
Not that I know if that works or matters, because this guy is apparently human.
Cool. He definitely looks worse than his buddy 6 now.
Great. Yeah, that's me. I'm done.
Cool. It's the cultist's turn, so 2 and 3 are going to attack each other and see how that pans out for them. So
Dolph
2 first.
Sort of waves his axe around his head because I have to do a silly line every time. Dolph waves his axe around his head and screams, "I'm about to deck some holes!" Yeah.
Cool. Number 2's bite attack hits, and number 3 failed his save, so he is going to take damage from this. He takes 8 damage.
Ooh. Good.
And then claw attack.
Is there any point? They can't hurt each other.
Yeah, misses, but wouldn't do any damage anyway. So 3's going to try and bite 2. Hits. Unfortunately, passes the save, so no damage. Claw attack. Crits, but doesn't do any damage. Yeah. Just curious. So number 4 is dead. Number 5 is going to attack Sarah again. Trying to bite. That is a 14.
Nope.
Nope. Slashes with the claws. That is dirty 21.
This does have disadvantage because she's dodging.
17.
That hits. That's the AC.
Cool. So she is going to take
Scaly skin, I suppose. Yeah, makes sense.
6, 7, 8 points of slashing damage from that claw attack.
Oh yeah.
8,
And-
you said?
Yes. And
Okay.
finally, number 6 is going to attack Dolph. Oof, nearly lost another dice and I caught it on the edge of the desk. That is a 7, so that's not going to hit Dolph. Claw attack is also a 7. I just rolled 2 3s in a row. That's bullshit. He misses twice. And that's the end of
Low
the
rolls
cult.
for you too, huh?
Yeah, everyone's just rolling low. Keeping it exciting.
No.
All right, which means it is the avatar of Leroux's turn. And because Garnott keeps just absolutely obliterating it, it's going to try and stab you with its horn. And it rolls a 24.
That
I'm
will
really,
hit.
I'm really sorry, Karen. At the end of my turn, the little fairy, the little elf that came and wished Dolph luck, exploded.
Yeah. Does that do anything?
Yes, 1d6 of force damage to everybody next to it.
Including Dolph?
Well,
Like, what's
Dolph-
the range of...
It's 5 feet, but Dolph's not within 5 feet. It's standing next to 2 of his enemies.
Yeah, who are both in melee range of you, which is
And it-
within 5 feet.
Oh, okay, sure. Then it hits Dolph too. Dolph's okay with that.
Okay, they all take 4 force damage.
Excellent. Yep.
I was a little bit like, why didn't you pick the Explodaflamp?
Don't worry. I can resummon it next turn.
All right.
True.
It's a bonus action for every round. Like a little
All right,
grenade.
so- Okie dokie. So you were about to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8 points of damage. I like the sound of that.
Oh, that was a good one. Okay.
Holy
Holy shit.
Holy mother. Okay then.
34.
Garnott's fine. Oh no, he's not fine.
That is 38 points of damage, and you will need to roll a wisdom saving throw.
You think,
That's
Carl?
half my hit points.
You're doing all
what
right
say,
while I was
sorry?
missing you.
Wisdom.
Is that the horn?
Yes, that was a
Yeah.
horn attack, so you also have to pass a wisdom save.
I'm going to use my inspiration because that was a 3.
Oh, yes. Might want to do that.
Come on,
that
Garnott.
makes
That's not much better.
That's a,
Oh,
that's a
dear.
6.
Oh dear.
Uh-oh.
Oh dear.
Oh. Dun dun
Uh-oh.
dun. All right.
Can I do anything? That doesn't help. That won't
He does
get
have
it.
a bardic inspiration, but it's not for saving throws, and it wouldn't be enough anyway, I imagine.
Do you get
Is
indomitable
bardic
yet?
Not yet, no. But is bardic inspiration not for saving throws?
This one was just
Yeah,
for
no.
attack rolls.
No,
No, the inspiration,
You can use
the
it for
advantage you
whatever.
got was for from silvery barbs. So
Oh.
it's just an
Ah.
advantage.
Oh, that's on attack rolls, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Yeah,
Oh,
it's for the next
yeah.
tower. Yeah, ignore me.
Yeah.
Nope, there's nothing I can do.
Unfortunately,
Crap.
Garnott, you feel the avatar's necrotic energy reach for you, gripping you, and you feel your form ripple and change, and you fall down on all fours, feeling your bones creak, your flesh shift as you take the form of a wolf.
Oh dear.
You are now a wolfed werewolf under the avatar's control. So on your turn, I'm about to chuck in chat the details of
Cycle, who are you giving it to? Cycle is redeemed an inspiration. Not for Garnott. I don't think it needs to go to Garnott now.
So there is your attack info. I just put up in chat for you. These are the attacks you can do. You cannot use any of your weapons or special abilities. You can only act as a wolf. And it is your turn, I believe.
Crap.
Okay.
Actually, sorry, it gets 2 attacks. So you're no longer a problem.
Well,
Number 2 is also under its control. So the next nearest, and it does favor the most injured. So it is going to attack number 3. But this will be a hoof attack.
good.
Because it can only do 1 horn a turn. And that is a 17, so it's absolutely going to hit number 3, which may be about to disintegrate. But,
Karen,
let's just see how bad...
Karen, Cycle just gave you inspiration.
Aw,
Because I have
thank you,
never seen a
Cycle.
DM more happy to see someone fail a save.
I wanted to get one of you guys.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
It's been a good fight if you get one of them, yeah.
Okay, that was... that is 41 damage to cultist number 3, which is way more than it needed. Basically, number 3 explodes like a flesh balloon.
No, you're not, Cycle.
Don't say like a flesh balloon.
Why not? What's wrong with flesh balloons?
Also, I'm gonna ask something which seems like a dumb question, but could be very funny and also dumb. Does the Avatar of LaRue do magical damage?
It
Because
does
the
make
werewolves could just be immune.
it does necrotic damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
which they are not immune to. So
No.
it can absolutely
Nor
push
am
them
I.
into oblivion.
Yeah.
Which it has just done. So it's
Nor
taken
is
out a
Garnott.
cultist for you. But it doesn't seem particularly discerning, and now it's going to make Garnott Wolf attack you guys.
Rawr.
But fortunate, no, actually, number 2's under his control, so who would be closest? Luckily for you guys, the leader, number 1, is in between Dolph and the...
Get it, Garnott.
Garnott
So,
Wolf.
Garnott, you are going to attack the cult leader, number 1.
I'm gonna bite him on the tushy.
Valid.
That's a what was my plus? +4. That's a 7 to hit.
You miss your bite attack, sadly. But
You
you
always
can
liked
still
those
roll...
buns.
Sorry?
Also,
Garnott always liked buns.
it's immune to the damage, so...
Yeah.
Well, if he'd hit on the bite attack, he would have had to roll a save.
Right.
But the claw attack will do nothing. So we'll assume you've made it. But whether you hit or not, you aren't actually hurting him.
I'm scratching his back.
Yeah.
You give him a little
He's got
back
an itch.
scratch.
Hey,
Hey,
buddy.
buddy. And
got
he's
a
like, who the fuck is this guy? You're not one of my wolves. What the hell? And unfortunately, Garnott, that's your turn.
That's fair.
When Karen
which
said that
means-
this adventure was up her alley, this is what she meant. Hey, Redding, kill the unicorn, please.
I'm trying.
Luckily for you guys, Garnott did an impressive amount of damage on this guy before he got corrupted.
Really.
So he got you off to a good start.
Before he
Yep.
got wolfed.
Yeah, already
Yeah.
used his second attack as the fighter, so
Yeah,
can't,
that was smart. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get rid of that nice and early.
So it's Redding's turn, yes?
Yes, Redding, it is your turn.
Okay, let's try this again. Casting Zephyr Strike for the second time. And then is going to have advantage on this first longbow attack against the Avatar of LaRue. Cool. Let's do that. That's 2 12s. So this is a my sharpshooter. So
17.
17.
That will hit.
Yay.
Fantastic.
You also picked attack roll for your mote of inspiration.
Doesn't
so
mean
you
but I
would.
hit.
one.
So I'm
No.
not gonna...
It's a special thing. The target and each creature of your choice that you can see within 5 feet of it must succeed on a con saving throw DC 15, or take thunder damage equal to the number rolled on the bardic inspiration die.
But I think that's only if I use the bardic inspiration.
Yeah,
right?
if you
which
if
I
you
haven't
use...
yet.
But he's
Yeah.
saving it for the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
I-
But yeah,
It's in one
But
basket.
cool. Very nice.
Yeah.
Yes, very cool. Cool. Okay, so 1d8, so that is 22. Plus, I'm going to use favored foe again for an extra d6.
Hell yeah.
So that's 6. So 28. Plus, Sarah is going to add another d6 of fire damage. Plus 4. So 32.
32.
That's better.
And
Much
now I
better.
have, and now I have a second attack. Which it doesn't have advantage, so I am probably going to end up using this bardic inspiration. But this is going to be a sharpshooter because I'm feeling lucky.
Do we?
The bardic inspiration has potential to undo.
Ooh.
So 19
So-
minus 5, 14.
But I'm going to put the bardic
Bardic
inspiration.
inspiration. Roll the
Yep.
Which
bardic
is a-
inspiration.
Because I imagine 14 probably wouldn't hit. That's an 8 on the bardic inspiration.
14 plus 8 is absolutely
22.
going to hit.
Yep.
Roll your damage.
Nice.
Fantastic.
Um,
Okay, so sorry for interrupting you before, Ardanna. How does this work?
So you, the avatar needs to make a DC 15 con save, or take an additional 8 thunder damage.
And every creature within 5 feet of it does the same, yes?
Fails the con save.
Okay, so every creature that Redding chooses within 5 feet of the unicorn
Avatar.
also need to make the con save.
I don't think there
It
is
will
any.
be...
Might be Garnott.
Garnott and number 2 will take it.
Yeah, both of those, yeah.
2 crit fails, so he'll take it. Garnott, what was the DC?
15.
Also fails, unfortunately.
I am, sorry, Quadrupoptree. I am doing work while I'm playing. I am pouring out these bike valves in preparation for running a science workshop with some
I
lovely
can't hear the
children.
noises. They must be being filtered out for me because I can't
Yeah.
actually hear them. Interesting.
So, DM, I only rolled a 6. I rolled a 1 on my damage, so 16 plus 8
Plus the
damage
D8.
to everyone caught in that radius.
That's very good.
So they all take 8.
I
Yep.
take 8.
So yes, Garnott, please take 8 damage.
Yep.
That guy takes
Yeah, and
8.
they're creatures within my choice that would take the damage, and Garnott at the moment absolutely would be that.
There's
Was the
Garnott.
16 on the avatar including that 8, or was the 8 in addition to that?
8 is in addition to that.
Okay, so 16 plus 8.
You'll notice that there's Garnott, and then there's a little, very tiny wolf on his shoulder with a rat tail.
That's adorable.
Yeah.
That's very cute.
Very
Sorry,
cute.
let me do maths for a second. Whoa. He's looking bad. He's looking real bad, guys.
Good.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to wait for another turn.
Jenny, it is your turn.
Jenny, get him.
Sarah is just doing a dodge action.
Yeah.
Where would you like to go?
No, I don't want to go anywhere, Siri. I said Jenny. In a German accent-ish.
Also, Ardanna, thank you. Hey, Jenny, thanks. That felt nifty.
It was nifty. You did good.
I gotcha. I gotcha. Definitely. You see a little metallic hand poking out of a snowdrift.
That stealth is amazing.
Yeah.
Now let's see. What would she do? I think yes. So she's going to look at the avatar and just, well, for a big ugly horse, you sure like to meddle with things. She casts vicious mockery on the
Yeah, you tell it.
Yeah, what a red hot fellow.
What's the save on that?
15.
15.
That's the magic. That's why it's hurtful. Otherwise, it wouldn't be.
Yeah.
Well, I only rolled a 7, so...
You have, but
Nice.
you do have your inspiration.
Oh, I do
but
have inspiration! That's right, I do!
you want to save
Thank you.
against 2d4s of damage.
And I got 15, which is what I needed.
Yes. Well.
It does not feel pain from your insults. It is
It doesn't
above
even
such
understand
petty
you.
concerns.
She's then going to turn to the axe again and say, "Could you be a darling and hit the big brute? Not the horse."
Not me!
So who is the axe hitting?
The cult leader.
The cult leader. Roll that
Yes.
attack, please.
That was an annoying one. That was a d20 plus 7. That's a dirty 20.
That'll hit.
And for a d10 plus 3. Where's my d10? There it is. For 10 force damage.
You blast him. He's still alive though. He's looking very shabby though. But it is his turn.
Yep, 2 seconds. When you use a bardic inspiration feature. Yes, so Jenny's going to turn to Redding again and say, "I hope you can do it again."
Cool.
Fuck yeah.
It is the leader's turn. They didn't like that damage, but they can't see Jenny, so they're going to try and bite Dolph again.
Bite?
Bite. Oh, sorry. This is the spear, isn't it? 8
I hope so.
to hit you with the spear,
No.
which it won't. So he'll use his second attack. And that one is a dirty 21, which will hit you.
Very
So
filthy.
Filthy. You take 4 piercing damage.
Okay. I think we'll find I take 2 piercing damage.
I think you will indeed. And Dolph, it is now your turn.
Dolph is about to give him another shot. Because Dolph is going to just enough of this and not knock them out of the way, but barrel through the 2 dudes who are attacking him.
You will actually take 3 opportunity attacks if you are
Okay.
heading for the avatar, because
Yep.
you'll also go past. Oh no, actually, you'll take 4.
Is it possible for me to get a little ways away and sort of dodge a couple of them? Come at this from a different angle?
If you want to take the long way round, you'd only get opportunity attacks from 1 and 6.
I have 40 feet of movement.
Let me math. 10. Yeah, you could do it. You could run
Okay.
around.
Yeah,
Then
I'll
only
take
1
the
and-
2. Yeah.
Yeah, So 1 and 6 will get opportunity attacks. Do they get to make both attacks or just one?
No, just the one.
Just the one. I'll roll them together. We got dirty 21 and
You said the word.
14.
A 14 misses with the 21 hits.
Okay, you are going to take 1 bite attack. You take 7 piercing damage, and you must pass a con saving throw.
So I'm going to use that bardic inspiration now.
Yeah.
Con save.
So, yes.
I got a 16, but I'm going to use the bardic inspiration because I want the temp hits points.
So yeah, you roll your bardic inspiration. Then... so
filthy 20 to pass the con save.
You are bit, but you are not corrupted.
Great. And I gain, I think you said 7 all up. It's 4 plus your proficiency bonus.
Yeah. No.
Is it the number that you rolled?
The creature using bardic inspiration die gains temporary hit points equal to the number rolled on the bardic inspiration die
You get 4
plus
temps.
plus 4.
Plus 4. 8. Cool. Right, I have 8 temps. And I took 7 slashing or piercing.
Yes, 7 piercing damage.
Which I would half.
Yes. So you take 3.
Yep. I'm just above half. And I have 8 temps. Cool. And then Dolph is going to lower his antlers and as a bonus action, wild charge. Antler charge, rather. This is effectively, I'm moving 20 feet in a straight line, and as a bonus action, using this to do an extra damage on the attacks. So I'm going to make 2 normal attacks against the unicorn.
Okay.
Oh, you bastard. A 9 to hit. Probably doesn't.
That is going to miss, I'm afraid.
No. All right. But a 25 probably hits.
A 25 will hit.
So that's not bad. That's 15 plus 1d6. 19 points of magical damage.
Dolph, how do you do this?
Dolph comes at, like, just enough, swipes to clear the 2 of them that are in front of him away with his battle axe, takes a few steps back, and then sort of his nose glows really bright, and this is just for flavor. He leaps. He takes a couple of bounding strides and leaps over them, and apparently is running in the air. His head lowered. A little fairy sits on his shoulder. Another one of these, probably the same guy, looks like Twinkles again, going, "Go, Dolph! We believe in you. Thank you so much for all your hard work." And Dolph, yes, Dolph brings the axe down, splitting... no, he headbutts this thing. It's horn against horn. Dolph brings his antlers down to skewer this unicorn with his horns. And because it's funny, the elf explodes behind him. It does...
The fireworks.
Yeah. Yay! As Dolph topples this unicorn, this nasty avatar thing.
Wonderful.
See you, Tony.
I'm really glad that I don't live in a world where elves blow up with excitement.
Wonderful. Dolph, as your candy cane does the final piece of damage needed to the avatar, you see it split apart coils of necrotic energy in black and red, twisting and writhing and falling down into the water of the pool. The dark clouds above that had been spurting red lightning, suddenly the color flees from them. They turn to their normal white and gray, and a beautiful streak of white lightning bursts down, striking the surface of the pool. And as you watch, the dark necrotic ichor spreading throughout the pool turns to purest, brightest white and begins to come back together, coalescing to form into the true living avatar of LaRue the unicorn with its silvery mane, shimmering hooves, and spiraling horn. She nods to you in thanks and then lowers her head, dipping her horn into the pool. And as you watch, pure white divine magic starts to pour out of the horn, turning the tainted, bloody, corrupted water back into its glistening, pure, original form. The pool of eternal spring is now restored to its former nature. And if you look, you will see a short distance away, the stream leaving the pool that heads to the river that you walked along. You see the purification flowing out that way, heading down, and all traces of corruption will be purged in the wake of this.
That's majestic as fuck.
Yes.
LaRue, having seen the purification flowing out, raises her head, taking in all of you. The cultists are appropriately stunned. LaRue inclines her head once more and then turns and gallops away across the surface of the water, her form shimmering and dissipating into the night. At this point, the remaining cultists, with the banishment of the avatar, Garnott, your wolf form falls from you and you find yourself restored to your familiar hobgoblin shape, and the miniature wolf also is restored to its usual rat-like shape.
Rawr.
Oh, there you are.
The cultists.
So fire another arrow just to be safe.
The cultists attempt to flee. You have a choice. You can let them, or you can continue trying to kill them. Remaining are number 2, number 1, and number... actually, 1, 2, 5, and 6 are still alive. You can choose to let them flee into the forest.
I don't know how you guys are feeling, but I'm not up for letting people who do that sort of thing.
I'm just gonna cast Ensnaring Strike and shoot.
I'm gonna shatter them.
Yeah.
Well, I believe
it was about to be their turn.
Yes, the cultists have all decided to disengage and flee. I believe it is Garnott's turn first. So Garnott, number 1 and 2 are either side of you, and they are now attempting to pierce bolt. You're back to normal, so you can act as however you see fit.
I'm a little bit pissed that I just got turned into a wolf.
I thought you might.
Second out of body experience today.
Yeah, you guys are wolves, so I'm going to take my frustration out on you. I apologise, but you got to die, and I'm going to go for the not number 1, because number 1 is the cult leader that isn't a wolf, so I'm going to go for the other one, number 6, I think.
Wonderful. You strike at the cult leader. Roll your attack.
No, not the cult leader.
Oh, the other one?
Yeah, the one that's in, because you've said that the cult leader is human, so I'm going to go for
human form, carrying a spear. Yes, that'll be number 2 that you attack.
Number 2. So it's a 26 to hit.
Yeah, you hit.
And a 21 to hit.
They both hit. You might not need both though. So
14 points of piercing damage on the first attack. Magical piercing.
Magical piercing. That you don't need the second hit on that guy. You kill him with the first one.
Okay, so I'll skewer him through the back of the neck and the blade comes out of his mouth. I'll rip it to the side and spin round and use the second attack on the first guy.
Ooh. Wonderful. Number 2 is down. How much damage are you going to do to number 1?
Number 1, I dealt 11 magical piercing damage.
11. I don't think that's going to be... Yeah, that's not quite enough. That hurt like hell, but he is still on his feet.
I'll burst my last psionic energy into him. Just because he's really pissed me off. If I could rage, I would. That would be for another 6 points of force damage.
Oh my goodness. He has 1 hit point left.
Oh.
We could ask him questions, then finish it.
He is the leader. Yep, that's a sensible idea. Yep. Okay, I'll knock him out next time.
Redding, it's your turn.
Dolph just says sensible things, hoping Redding will action them.
The cult leader and number 6 are trying to run away, though number 1 very slowly because he's almost dead.
Have either of these two been attacking Sarah?
Number 5 was attacking Sarah.
He's still up?
I
think so.
Yes, number 5 is still up. Number 6 is still up. Oh, sorry, 1, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 5. Sorry, 1, 5, and 6 are still alive. Sorry, I got confused by my own notes.
Didn't Garnott just kill number 6?
Garnott killed number 2.
Okay.
Oh,
Great.
Almost killed number 1.
Could I just quickly use my bonus action because I forgot to do it?
Oh, absolutely.
As I slash the other one out, Roger the rat comes out of my armor wearing full surgical gear and starts patching up my cuts and bruises, and I use second wind.
Yes.
and that's it. Sorry.
Wonderful. Redding, yes. Number 5 was the one that was trying to kill your dragon.
Yeah, pack rat.
Yeah, great. I'm going to punish him. Yeah. I mean, there's not a lot that I can actually do to these guys, but I am going to cast Zephyr Strike again as a bonus action. And then use advantage on my first hit. It's not going to be a sharpshooter shot because that would do nothing except just reduce the thing. So this is with advantage again. A 29 to hit.
That hits.
Yeah. So I'm not going to bother rolling my regular damage, but Sarah is going to add a d6, and I get a d8 from Zephyr Strike, and I get a d6 from Favored Foe. So I'm going to roll those things. In fact, actually, Favored Foe isn't going to add magical damage, so I'm not going to do that. But it was... What were they? Sorry. 3 plus 3, so it will be 6 damage.
6 damage to cultist number 5. Didn't like that. But he is...
No.
Okay.
He's pretty high health, isn't he?
Yeah, number 5's basically unscathed at this point, so...
Okay. I get angry and then do a shot at the leader, number 1.
Sure.
And I'm going to add the Bardic Inspiration to that so that I have an amount of damage that I do.
Nice.
So that will be...
It takes 2 force damage.
Yeah, 2 force damage to it and anyone within 5 feet.
That you want.
Anyone of your choice if they fail.
Any enemies.
You can hit number 6.
Great. Number 6 takes 2 damage as well.
Cool. Number 6 and number 5 are alive, but you have just slain the cult leader.
Fuck yeah.
Nice.
Cool.
Well, we don't ask him questions. That's fine either way.
I don't ask questions.
I noticed.
Jenny, there are 2 cultists still alive trying valiantly to run away.
Let me double check something. This That's one creature. If I cast that. Ooh. Yes. So, Jenny is gonna move closer. You see her crawl out of the snowbank and just brush her hat off a little bit as she moves closer to the cultists. And then now let's see. Yes, she's gonna point to the two cultists remaining and just now, hold still, please. And she casts hold person on them.
Do they need to roll a save?
Yes, wisdom save DC 15.
Okay, number 5 passes. Number 6 also passes. Sorry.
Dang it. Well, naughty children.
Don't you have any damage?
Oh, give me a moment. Naughty children need a slapping. Dear Axe, would you be so kind?
Well,
which one would you like to hit with the axe? 5 or 6. 6 is more injured than 5, if that helps make your decision.
Let's go for number 6 then.
Okay.
So
roll your
we do
attack.
That is a nat 20.
Nice.
So for
Crit.
a crit for a 27.
I mean, yeah, that's not the damage.
Yeah, cool. Roll your damage.
So the base is 13 because it's 1d10 plus 3 force damage.
Yeah.
And where's
Roll
the
the
d10? There it
second
is. And the second one is an 8. So total of 21 force damage.
1. Nasty, but he is still alive.
Oof.
Is that everything, Jenny?
Did I give one to Garnott already? What did it was just silvery barbs. Yeah, I think it was just a Garnott, I know you haven't had the best time, but I know you can do it. As I used my last bardic inspiration.
Wonderful. The leader would go next, but he's dead. Dolph, the red. 5 and 6 are still alive.
Quite a bit redder now.
6 is more injured than 5.
How close to me are they?
Because you went. Who did you attack last?
The horse, the giant unicorn.
You were about 15 feet away from them.
Good. I take 5 feet step backwards, and then charge at them.
Go. Excellent.
And yeah, I'm just gonna probably focusing on the same, like that reanimated axe and I have been doing super well together, so I'm gonna focus on the number 6 as well. Ooh, that's not bad. 25 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit. Yeah. Would you like to roll some damage on that one?
I would. There you go. There's 9 points of 11 points of damage. And it is magical. And because I am charging, I add 1 more point of damage from my antlers.
He is so close to dead.
Well, then let's see if we can't finish that off. Oh, 19, so 26 to hit.
Strikes again.
Dolph strikes again.
The very red.
12 points of magical.
He collapses to the snow and expires.
No, he doesn't, because Dolph turns his blade flat on and hits him with the side of it, and bludgeons him unconscious. If
he
that's
collapses
possible.
to the snow unconscious. Is that everything you can do, Dolph?
I have about 10 feet of movement left. I'd like to get in front of the remaining one.
Sure. It is actually their turn next, and Sorry.
Yeah, it was like, yep, good.
Number 5 falls to his knees and starts begging for his life.
Sensible. You make good choices. Well done. Still on the naughty list, though.
It is
That's the one that attacked Sarah.
That was a
Garnott,
mistake on your part.
It's your turn now. You can interpret the reactions of your fellow party members however you like.
Dolph
Going
does
off of
seem to be
what?
standing down.
Yeah, I'm gonna run up to. I'm still really angry that I got turned into a wolf, and I blame these people for it. So I'm gonna run and seeing what Dolph did to the one who's now knocked out on the floor. I'm going to do the same to the other one that is on its knees. I'm just gonna in the back
Sorry,
of
I
the head.
can't hear you over the dog scratching herself and pounding her foot into the book in my lap. So I'm just going to give her a second. Are you done?
What?
You done?
What?
She's done, apparently. So sorry, could you repeat that?
That's all right. I'm just going to see what Dolph did to the one who's face first on the floor unconscious and the other one's on its knees. I'm still really angry with them. So I'm going to go and knock the other one out that's on his knees. I'm just going to crack him in the back of the head.
Cool. Do you want to roll your attack to knock him out?
Yes. I will do that twice. 15 to hit.
15 will hit. It might not be enough to knock him out, though.
And a 25 to hit.
They will both hit.
So that's 12 points of magical knocking out damage.
Yep.
And another 12 points of magical knocking out damage.
24 points of magical knocking out damage. Unfortunately, I'm going to say because he was already on his knees, you've definitely knocked him prone, but he is still conscious and he's like, ow, I'm trying to surrender.
And we're making sure of it.
Go to sleep.
This is how we take you prisoner. Do you want to die?
Anything else you're doing, Garnott, or is that the end of your...
It's really hard to non-lethally shoot someone with an arrow.
Yeah. I'm gonna look to Dolph and go, right, I've beat him a little bit. If you want to finish knocking him out, go ahead.
I think Redding has
allow me
dibs.
to help you.
Sure.
Yeah, so I'm going to use my Fey Hospitality as a bonus action to give Dolph the help action, and an additional 10 feet of movement as I use passage.
Ah,
Wonderful.
Nice.
It is Redding's turn next, however.
Yeah, look, I'm gonna walk up, get a rope out of my pack, and say, use this, you idiot, and toss them the rope.
Oh, okay. Dolph ties a noose out of it and goes, wow, Redding.
Was it meant?
Yeah,
So Redding, you're just
yeah.
tossing them a rope, nothing else?
Yeah. No.
Cool, Jenny, it's your turn.
Well, as much as I like being around you guys, you're a little bit too blunt, aren't you? She picks out
Is this
a...
mockery?
No. You need finesse if you want answers. And she picks out a copper coin out of her pocket, flips it once, and you hear like a ding that seems to move further than it should as she casts Detect Thoughts on the
Ooh.
conscious one.
Ooh.
Oh, I was actually going to do something similar.
What exactly? Sorry, could you read Detect Thoughts for me so I can decide how much you...
So first I can get all for the when you cast a spell and as your action, you initially learn the surface thoughts that doesn't require a save, so I can get the surface thoughts of the person.
Okay, you basically, oh fuck, oh shit, oh crap, this was such a bad idea. Why did I think this was such a good idea? I just want to get away from here. Oh my god, I'm never being in a cult again. This was such a bad idea. Oh god, oh shit, please don't kill me.
Well, it seems like he very much wants to stay alive. So let's...
Not uncommon.
Yeah, that makes sense. And then
Thank the gods we had someone to read his mind to tell us that little nugget of knowledge.
oh shush.
Dolph, it's your turn next, so you can be
Dolph is going to use his Fey presence to charm this person.
Ooh, will that work if you've attacked him recently?
You would have advantage on the save.
It depends on the type of charm.
As an
different
action, you can
spells
That's true.
cause a creature within a 10-foot cube originating from you to make a Wisdom saving throw against your Warlock spell save DC. Creatures that fail their saves are charmed or frightened by you, your choice, until the end of your next turn. Oh, it's only one. Okay, no, I'm not going to do that. No, I'm just going to tie. Garnott did express that he kind of wanted me to hit the guy.
He's literally lying in the snow. Just tie him up.
Oh, I think Dolph has chosen death.
No, I've chosen violence.
How much damage are you going to do to this poor chump?
14.
14?
Magical knocking out damage.
You grievously hurt him, but unfortunately, because he wasn't really hurt, he's still conscious.
Good. I did what
Use the fucking rope.
I did what Garnott asked. Now I'm going to use whatever actions I have left to tie him up. I was like, I'll tie him up. We can question him. Can combat end, please?
Yeah.
You bind the remaining
he tried to
cultist
end combat 3 rounds ago.
No, right?
Yeah.
You bind the cultist who does not resist. As you tighten the last knot, you feel the world around you begin to shimmer and blur.
What?
A purple mist descends, and you see gold sparkles whirling and twinkling within its depth. And within each of your minds, you hear the following words. The avatar of Larue galloped through the night, freed from the threat of Malar. As a way of showing her gratitude and ensuring that Malar and his minions would never dare to ravage the forest again, she continued to let the silvery spring flow, turning the place into a pool of eternal silver. These waters, forever protected by her grace, lie near the site of a city now called Silvery Moon, which was named as such in honor of this tale. And as the words finish and fade from your minds, the mist rises and you find yourself standing in reading room 4. And atop the table in front of you is the purple and gold book, The Lore of Larue, closed on the table.
Where are the dudes?
Who was fucking narrating? Jenny, was that you?
Oh, don't look at me. I don't. Do I look like a College of Lore bard to you?
It was the book. We heard that on the way in. It's the book itself. It's probably LaRue. God shit, third person.
Yeah.
Yeah, but did,
Well, that
did
was
the story
fun.
did it have to hurt so much? Oh,
Garnott, that was really fun. You did great.
thanks.
You got to be a
Hold
wolf.
on.
You got to be a
The
wolf.
book took my fucking rope.
Oh. You can have mine, if you like. I have
I'd
never...
offer you mine, but I want it, so no.
Yeah, I've literally never used it. If ropes are involved, then it's normally me pulling something. So no, you can have it.
Would everyone like to roll an investigation check?
Oh. I'd love to do that.
Yes. Investigation.
Ooh, I got a dirty 20.
I got typically for Dolph, a 7.
I got a 2.
I get a 3.
Well, this feels oddly appropriately, actually. Garnott, you rolling the highest. You realize that there is a small item resting on the front cover of the book.
Is it rope?
It is not rope. It is a small...
It's worthless.
It is a small golden ring, lots of filigree detail, clasping a moonstone, and an opal.
Neat. No.
That's definitely gold.
Any of you can attempt to examine it further to see if it possesses any interesting properties.
Yeah, I'm
I
good.
have identify. Burning
Very good.
all my spell slots. Oh, yes, give me half a moment. I'm gonna ritually cast identify.
That's not half a moment. That's like several
It
moments.
takes it takes 1 minute. Don't be impatient.
10?
10 minutes ritual.
No, it
Yeah.
says cast. Oh yeah,
For ritual.
yes, ritual. 10 minutes. Well, 10 minutes. Then don't be patient.
So all of you watch for 10 minutes as Jenny focuses on the gold ring with the moonstone and opal.
Is it done
And
yet?
Jenny, you discover that this is a very rare magical ring. It is known as the Ring of Shooting Stars.
Ooh.
It has several
I
properties.
love that song.
If you are wearing the ring in dim light or darkness, you can cast dancing lights and light from the ring. This will take an action, but you can do it at will. It has 6 charges for the following properties. Fairy Fire. So you can use 1 charge of the ring to cast Fairy Fire from the ring, or you can use 2 charges to create Ball Lightning, which will create a 1 to 4 3-foot diameter spheres of lightning. And at the beginning of every day, you roll a d6 to see how many charges you
Recharge.
have.
Nice. So this is a very, very nice ring. You can either light up a room. I mean, I do that with my personality, but no.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can cause a lot of lightning damage.
I like the second option.
Yeah.
I think Garnott should keep it. It'll look really good on him. Plus, he did all the hard work there.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, I mean, sure. I don't own any bling, but all right.
Well, I think it will look very nice on you.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you. Put it on my
I've
middle
just-
finger. I go, does it look all right?
It looks great. That's the one I would put it on. Yeah. So whenever you cast the thing, you can hold it up.
Yeah.
I've just put all the info in the chat for you,
I imagine it's in D&D Beyond.
Devon, but you can look it up. It is just the Ring of Shooting Stars, which
that's
you
sick as
now
hell.
possess
Sweet.
for your use.
Thank you.
Would anyone else like to do anything? You can examine the book further, or you can go about your business.
Do we need to take this back to the bookworm or?
But he was the one who
Well-
had it put here, so I'm sure he's.
Your mission initially, which Dolph would recall, was to discover whether the enchantment was harmful or benign. In the real world, you are unharmed.
Oh. Great. Does Redding have his rope?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're completely unchanged. Okay, so you just live out the adventure in the book.
I mean,
I wonder if you
it's
die
a
in the
bit
book, you
fucking
die in
tedious,
real life.
isn't it? But
Look, I'd prefer to read it normally, but that's fine. Okay.
There is nothing stopping you picking up the book and flicking through it. There is nothing stopping doing another Arcana check on the book to see if the spell is still active.
no, don't open that fucker again. Is there an interactive section? Can we put in the interactive section of Candlekeep?
Yeah.
Warning: book may port you to a demiplane and make you fight a cult.
Just don't put it in the pop-up section because that's where I go a lot.
It's probably the place where it's the most appropriate. They probably don't have a VR section.
I mean, it's more. I'd say it's more pop in than pop up.
That was a good one.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. I think that's a good place to leave it.
Yeah. So you report back to the
Final
bookworm
question.
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
while you're gonna lose a few hours in there, you will ultimately just be living out the adventure of the book as opposed to just reading it like a normal person.
It's
Oh, yeah, how
mildly
long's it
interesting.
been, Dolph, since you went in?
I don't know. How long has it been?
Tell you what, roll me a d6.
5.
It's been 5 hours.
I look out the window. About 5 hours. I can smell dinner.
You know what it would be good for is if your in-laws are coming and you want to disappear, just give it a read and pop away. Sorry, love. Can't attend Chrissy dinner. Gotta pop into another
didn't know
universe.
that this book was still. Oh my goodness. I reckon you could take longer as well.
Can I keep it?
Ask
Sorry?
the bookworm. You have to borrow it, but yeah, as long.
Yeah.
You'd have to talk to the bookworm. Like, he was trying to get it back. So he might object to it.
No,
It's like,
no,
it's not a toilet book. You don't take it in there. Because you come
Oh,
out
you don't
exactly
wanna-
the way you went in. So, you'll still be needing to go.
And you've occupied the toilet for 6 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, just people banging on the door go, why have you been in there?
Wait, is that
just
not
a-
normal?
You have a lot of fiber in your diet. That's normal for you.
Yeah.
But, ladies, gents, and all those in between, that does bring us to the end of the lore of LaRue. You actually got the best ending, where you
Nice.
defeat the Avatar and restore peace and purity. If any of you care to investigate the locations mentioned, you'll find out that this is a real place. You clearly did not visit the real place. This was
Long time ago.
basically a long time ago. So you visited a magical version of this
A
place at the
reenactment.
time where this event occurred. But you played the heroes.
Did we just LARP?
You did just laugh.
Is that? Oh,
You magically LARPed the lore of LaRue.
You
Congratulations.
finally got me into it. Reading has been trying for ages.
what could I say? It's just really engaging.
Yeah.
Look at my ring.
But Garnett got a pretty dope magical item out of it, so I'd say it's been net positive for him.
Yeah.
I mean,
You
if
know
you
what?
spend
We
5
could
hours.
go in every 5 hours, come out with a very rare magical item. You could chuck
Oh,
those
yeah,
up
I'm
on,
up for one of
on
those.
eBay.
And I just don't spend 5 hours in the toilet and come out with a glowing magical ring.
Oh, that could get awkward pretty quick.
We could. How about we do it again and we try and speed run it?
Yeah.
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 We know where to go now.
Yeah.
Maybe
We
can
need to
banter
find-
break.
We need to find claws, though, to turn you back into the crab.
Yes, that would be a good idea. We could also see what the hag actually does.
Oh no,
Oh.
I know polymorph.
Oh,
Oh, there
why
we go.
didn't you say so? He loves being a crab.
Didn't ask.
I must apologise. I did get a little bit crabby towards the end about being turned into a wolf.
So, arguing between yourselves about how best to tackle the adventure again, should you try to attempt to retrieve a second Ring of Shooting Stars, you head down to dinner.
I reckon it's now something that all the keepers do on the regular. It's like a hobby of theirs, speed running the Book of LaRue.
Yeah. There's a leaderboard.
Yes.
Well done, guys. That was amazing. Thank you so much for closing that last chapter. In answer to your question about what happens if you die, you basically, actually it does say, so let me find exactly what it says if you die in...
Sorry, I am busting. I'm going to pop to the loo for a second, but please
Come back in
continue.
a sec, Brendan. I will find, because it does say what happens if you die.
Spoilers. Spoiler warning, everyone. Spoilers.
Yeah, spoilers if you're planning on playing this. All right.
While Karen's looking it
Yes,
up.
basically, if you get killed, you get booted out of the book, and you end up back wherever you opened it with a single hit point. But if you choose to go through the gate, you will simply rejoin the party with your single hit point, wherever they happen to be in the adventure.
Was there any difference in the endings between killing the finishing off the cultists or not finishing off the cultists?
No, that doesn't change anything. It's basically up to you what you want to do with them after the avatar is defeated. You get a slightly different ending if the avatar defeats you. But the ultimate outcome is, positive. This pool is still purified and, everything is restored, but you didn't do it.
A better group of adventurers came along speedrunning it later and did it.
Yeah. They caught up with you at the right
finished it off.
So you got the better ending where you actually slayed the avatar and restored the purity to.
If you die, you hand the controller to Big Brother, and he beats it for you.
Yeah, he beats it for you. Yeah. All right.
Honestly, in this game, if you died, you just would have gotten green sparkled out of there soon. But between shoving a fist down a hag's throat and generally just being absolute beasts, that wasn't a problem.
No. I was a bit worried there for a minute when Garnott got turned into a wolf. I was like, oh, fuck. I
was so glad I got to turn one of you into a wolf, even if it didn't do much, because he attacked another wolf instead of one of you guys, but...
Would Jenny have been a construct as a wolf?
Yeah, Jenny's not technically a person.
Yeah.
No,
Jenny would be an action figure of a wolf.
To do a little robot wolf. I love it. Alrighty. We have predictably gone on a little bit longer because I just can't resist letting you guys play around when you want to. So let us do a quick round of favorite moments. So we'll try and keep it pacey. So we'll just go along and do everyone. So we'll start with Redding Hazecorn, aka Brendan. Who has a favorite moment for Brendan?
Alrighty. I enjoy your protectiveness of Sarah, but also your exasperation at the end. Which just tie him up. That was quite funny.
I always enjoy summoning Sarah. The description of the egg and all that. And now she has wings.
Yeah.
And inviting Jenny to ride on Sarah was really cute as well.
Yeah, that was cute.
Just like, you can...
The funny part is that Jenny has a walking speed of 35 feet.
It's actually quite...
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, Sarah's speed is 40 feet, so it gives her a little boost. The funny thing is I read the feature again afterwards, and it specifies... because you have a good bond with your dragon, you can ride the dragon. I'm like, okay, well, whatever.
I did roll dex saves from time to time to see if she got chucked off. But
kept her seat nicely.
Yeah, but she has a dexterity of 14, so...
Yeah.
I liked how Garnott and Dolph had a loud sort of conversation about keeping number one alive, and then an arrow just hits him in the head, and Redding goes, "Sod that,"
and then gets angry with us for talking about whether or not to murder the other two.
The delicious hypocrisy. Brendan, favorite self moment.
It was a little disheartening realizing that I could do literally nothing to the werewolves, but it was nice. I was like, if I can't kill the mooks, then how can I possibly touch the unicorn god? Oh well, I guess I can. So piling on lots of damage to the avatar was good. It's kind of like it's what Red is built to do, is to just put lots of damage into one thing.
Yeah.
So that was fun.
Yeah, the unicorn basically had a completely different set of resistances and immunity. So like actually just cutting at it works just fine.
Lilith says Jenny's shush was really funny. And also I thought all of your little all of your bardic inspirations were really cute. It's very characterful because this was mostly a combat, so we didn't get to see an awful lot of character-to-character interaction, but that was very sweet.
Yeah.
I really like Jenny, and I'm excited to see more about her.
Well, I will be back tomorrow.
Yes.
Hey, all the flavor Jenny brought to all of her kind of spells and attacks and boosts was just lovely. She had a really, it was like she was so happy and positive for her team, and then whenever she was talking to the werewolves or the avatar, it was really like, no, you can't do that.
I did exercise on restraint on the silvery barbs thing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Not looking forward to it myself tomorrow.
Has everyone? I was away. Has
No,
Ardanna
we've
been?
just begun.
No.
Yeah,
Right.
we just started.
It's a rather selfish one, but I liked getting inspired and being able to make hits. But no, those, yeah, it's a very cool subclass that I haven't seen before.
It really is.
Yeah, it was very cool, and the inspirations were very cool as well.
Yeah, modes of potential, very cool.
Vicious mockeries. The vicious mockeries were very funny. I liked them.
Well,
Favorite self? Actually, I think I had another one. It's like, oh, I could do polymorph. And I was like, why didn't you do that? Why you didn't ask? Oh.
Yeah,
That was funny.
We could have had another giant crab.
I got hit and lost all those hit points when it didn't need to. Anyway, never mind. It actually wouldn't have helped that much because a giant crab doesn't do magical attacks.
yeah. I was contemplating polymorphing the avatar, but there's like,
Yeah.
But if it
Karen was
gets hit
acing her
once,
saves as well.
yeah, and also if it gets hit once, it just reverts.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Favorite self?
So favorite self, just the idea, like after she jumped off Sarah, that she is a machine, so she would be heavy enough to just sink into the snow, right?
mm-hmm.
And then all you would see is her green hat because she's 2 feet tall.
Yeah.
And I like how Karen didn't even bother making you roll stealth. She just said, nobody can see you.
You have vanished into a snowdrift.
Yeah. So it's like, yes, I can see you.
Cool.
Being short's
that was
occasionally useful.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Garnott, the Devon Knight. Let us lay some flattery on you. I would like to jump in first because your rat buddy, I love him so much that
He's
became
just
a
there for
mini
flavour
wolf.
and comedic value.
He
That's all he's there
comes
for.
out in the doctor's thing, putting on his rubber gloves, and he's like, "It's all right, buddy. We're just gonna boost you up so you feel good."
Yeah,
lovely.
my
and
favorite
the fact that you
Garnott.
were just such a beast attacking that avatar. You did so much damage. It was just
Yes. On that
other guys would
note,
have
on that note, my favorite moment was using the horn to step up and up on the avatar and attack it. That was brilliant. I really like that.
I'm going to say the mouse as well. I'm going to say it's your commitment to the bit, and how the mouse transforms with you. It's always just appropriate. And yeah, Roger is genuinely lovely. But I also really like your. No, actually, I'm really angry about. I didn't like being a wolf. Oh, and yeah, all of your quips. I love him as a character. He's great. He's he and Dolph vibe, and I like it. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Despite and you were very good about just going with the fact that I decided that you wanted to eat my dragon and had bits of bread everywhere. So you were very good
Mouse
about
coming
going
out with
that.
bread. No.
All the time, too big.
Yeah.
The sandwich
but-
zone has passed.
yeah. But despite that, I think that Redding and Garnott kind of vibed as well. So yeah, what little interactions we had in between that big combat was cool, but also, yeah, just like I said before, Red is kind of built to do damage, and Garnott just completely outshone him in that. So that was very impressive.
Yeah.
Fighters and rogues, man.
Yeah.
Other fighter. Self moment was actually being turned into the wolf. I just picture, even though like there's been no effect on us in the real world, that there's just a little spot of corruption on Garnott from where he got pinned by the horn. But yeah, just looking at my stuff and going, there's nothing I can do. There's things I can do, but I just didn't roll high enough. and then just going with it. I thought it was brilliant.
I was so happy I got to get one of you with that. I was really hoping I would get to.
Yeah.
It made the fight. It raised the stakes epically. I was like,
Yeah.
oh shit, because most of us had used our stuff by that point.
Mhm.
Only Ardanna and Karen still have inspiration. I was just like, I had to burn my inspiration to not get lycanthropied. Although I don't know if that would have stayed, but I was like, I wasn't taking the risk. And I stand by the call. Because I might have just been turned into this black beast or whatever. Yeah. All right. Favorite Karen moments then, I think. Favorite
Oh
DM.
no, we are doing you first, Dolph
No,
the
we
Red.
don't.
I see you. I see you.
Very
I
well.
always
cane.
love, yes, the candy cane. Loved it last year, love it this year. The candy cane is brilliant.
Appearing out of nowhere.
Yeah, I'm not gonna question that. It's like Jenny has a patch in her back for her violin, so she's just gonna assume that you have something similar.
I like picture like the Baldur's Gate thing where they just reach behind their lower back and
Yeah,
magically
that's
have
exactly
whatever
what
it is
happens.
they need.
Yeah.
Yes.
I loved how like chill Dolph was upon being magicked into the middle of an absolute massacre.
He was.
Even had the presence of mind to do some looting.
Yeah.
Not really. He was like, "Oh, beer."
Yes. One selfish one to just because the candy cane was taken half a microsecond before I said it.
Which one?
Just the no, Josh took the
Right.
candy cane right
Sorry.
before I could say it. No, I have another one, and it's a little bit of a selfish one. It's the mote of inspiration turning Dolph's nose even redder.
Yeah.
I really
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Did you have a self moment?
Yes.
I haven't done one.
Oh, sorry,
Um,
Brendan. I'm not keeping good track today.
No, that's fine. Look, fucking kill stealing on the big boss. On the one thing I could fucking damage, but
I was like, I feel kind of bad about this, but I kind of want the combat to end because
Yeah.
we're starting to drop now.
yeah.
I don't want this
but
bastard to get
the
another
way
go. Really.
yeah. The saltiness of the kill steal was negated by the coolness of what you described as the how do you want to do this of the locking horns. So yeah, that was a cool moment.
He had previously described it as like, oh, unicorns are like reindeers, but they only have one horn.
Yeah.
And so it was in his mind, it was two reindeers bashing heads. Yeah.
Oh
My
yes,
fa-
you described unicorns that way in Humblewood when we were on the plane of life.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. My favorite was probably I'm loving sliding in the Christmas themed. Yeah, angry shouts. Yeah, going to deck your halls. Yeah, those were my favorite moments. I really enjoy them.
Mm-hmm.
Was it like I'm gonna kill you under the missile?
I'm gonna kill you under
fires?
under the missile foe.
And now I guess you better flatter me just to.
Yes. I'm gonna go back to what I said before. I reckon, yeah, you really raised the stakes. I know you will think to yourself, yeah, but that's what the adventure says to do. But like getting one of us at that critical juncture when we're all starting to like both of the melee characters were starting to really look a bit ropey. And yeah, at that point when that critical save failed, I'm just like because you used I think you used something to get that. I think you burned an expendable to get it, and I was like, that was the right time to do that. That was the right time to push for that, and it was made for good storytelling. I was like, oh shit. Yeah. It's why Dolph brought the hammer down, because he was like, nope, this needs to end now. I also want my friend back. Whack.
I liked oh sorry, you go, Ardanna.
I like the when we came in, just the description, the area description, because that's like, yeah, it's not something you would get from the book, how it would look like afterwards. But I really enjoy that, and being
Crabman and
yes,
Goatman made a mess.
Yeah. I'm a little bit sad that I missed a lot of it because I was out and about yesterday, but yeah. Or not yesterday, the day before. But yeah, that just
Support
that
this live
image.
on YouTube. # YouTube.
Yeah. Yes.
Exclamation mark YouTube.
Yeah. But just that image, because we have snow here.
Hey.
And so
We had
and
ash that was like snow.
And I've been fishing, so I know exactly what blood on snow looks like.
Oh.
And yeah, that image was interesting, and just the crab just
With a little crab.
yes.
Yeah, just piggybacking off of that, when you were recapping for us, Karen, I had kept in mind what you had said about this bloody snowy battlefield and this giant crab. So I was already prepared to react, but the fact that because when DMs do recaps, they don't always necessarily like think of how the new lot of players would react or characters. So the fact that you brought that to our attention as a DM to make a point of, hey, there's a giant fucking crab thing here. I really appreciated that attention to detail. But also I enjoyed you indulging us at the end, where our party, I think, invented video games.
Speed runs, yeah.
Yeah, speed runs, loot goblins.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's going to be terrible for the
grinding for loot, yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if something different happens every time.
Every person in the Candlekeep has a ring.
Yeah.
It's like a rite of passage.
Only no, you need, in order to get the ring, you have to turn one of your party members into a crab and then into a wolf, and then you have to
it's the
avatar.
Yeah.
Yes.
Those are the secret.
It's an exploit.
Yes.
If you look at the back of the book, you can see the achievement.
Just says Garnott next to all of it.
Except for Fist Hag's mouth, which had a gold.
Yeah. Just has an angry hobgoblin face next to it because he didn't think of it.
Can I get a one for Dolph's headbutt the unicorn? Cool.
My
Oh,
favorite,
God.
my favorite moment had to be the it was the whole thing across both sessions that I played in. It was just the whole thing, the way you described everything, and I think actually I'm going to say your patience is probably the main one. Your patience with our bullshit. Everything that we've thrown at you across all of the whole adventure. Yeah, that has to be it.
Oh, thank you.
You set the tone for this season of Candlekeep very well.
And the tone is chaotic.
Chaotic neutral. Yep. Chaotic
Um,
Christmas.
It's probably a slightly self-indulgent favorite moment, but I really loved moments where I got to do like a big dramatic description of what was happening.
Mhm.
So when you arrived, you know, when the avatar is summoned, when it was banished, when you
that
were
was dope.
transported back. I had a lot of fun doing those. And now dramatic narration. Who would have thought a writer would enjoy the moment where they get to use their most florid language to describe events?
Mm.
But thank you for all of that compliment. I enjoyed very much. We will rustle on out of here so we can go get some much needed rest. But we will be back for the second Candlekeep Christmas adventure tomorrow night at the same time.
Bread and
Josh the Pirate,
breakfast.
aka Dolph, will be returning to DM the next 3 sessions. So Friday, Monday, Tuesday will be Josh the Pirate in the DM seat. I believe tomorrow you are being joined by, hopefully, Rachel, if she's feeling up to it. AJ Cross, Ardanna will be back, and Terrace from Thursday night, last night. No, what?
Tuesday?
Tuesday night.
Yeah.
What day is it? Where am I? We'll be back as well to start the second adventure of Candlekeep Christmas. So no doubt that is going to be full of shenanigans.
It's going to be a bit of a different one because this is actually not from Candlekeep. This is from Eliana's
Yes,
Guide to
Josh
Monster
is
Hunting.
literally going off book, so we'll see
Yeah.
how that.
Different book.
Going off book into a different book.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe
It's
this one has
actually it's a
achievements
PDF.
too.
I haven't got the book yet. The book hasn't come out yet. It is still in production, so it should be arriving. I believe they've shipped. It's arriving in January. But this is going to be Dread and Breakfast, which is I am stoked for. I'm really excited. Yeah, the Helianus guides ones are interesting because they scale for levels. So it is built so you can play it at either a second level, 8th level, or like 15th level. So it's perfect. So you don't level up because it is an 8th level adventure. Which is what I'm wanting to do now. I'm wanting to spread out the leveling up a little bit. Because last season they leveled up 4 times in one season, which is a lot.
That was fine.
It's fun, but I want to slow it down. Otherwise, we'll have level 20 characters by the end of season 3.
It's
So
just too easy then.
but
yes,
it's an absolute
and
pleasure.
if you're like, and if anyone's like, oh no, I want more Reading and Garnott, don't worry, they will be both back at later points in this Candlekeep Christmas, which has another 3 whole weeks. Thank you so much to our players from the previous 2 sessions. So Zach the Renegade Chicken, who just popped up in chat actually. Hello! Jess the Queen Finch, Alika Moon, and Sir Terrace, who played at various points over the last 2 sessions. You have all been an amazing part of creating a very memorable adventure. So thank you so much for playing with me. We'll quickly whip round, do a little outro, and then Josh, you find somewhere to raid. So Brendan, tell me a little bit about yourself.
I'm Brendan. I'm an actor and director. It's been good to be back on stream. It's been poggy. Reading, I think, has like 4 more appearances. Yeah.
I think so.
So
Yep.
There'll be plenty more time for dragons and grumpiness. So look forward to that.
Awesome. Ardanna.
Hello, I am Ardanna or Joe or Oi, you there if my players have any saying it. I am the GM and channel runner over at the Lorite. We are currently on a little bit of a break, but yeah.
Just because they're busy
I
here.
say Yeah.
We've monopolized your
here.
time.
And
I
Ardanna will be
will
running
be,
game 3 next week. Yes.
Yes. So I will be on tonight on my channel playing a second part of what was supposed to be a one-shot, just as the last game on my D&D game on my channel before the holidays. But yeah.
Splendid. Josh, who the heck are you?
The Devon Knight.
Hello, my name is Josh. Other words are meant to come out of my mouth and they just let out my ear instead. You can find me in Twitch chats as Devon Knight, on social media as Devon Knight, and also over on Roll Together RPG. We're a UK-based streaming group who stream on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Fridays.
Glorious.
And last but not least, Josh the Pirate.
Ahoy, mateys! I'm Josh the
Other
Pirate.
Josh.
You can find me here on my channel, of course, as Cover. I run D&D and other RPG-related games with my lovely wife, Karen, the Mother of Bunnies, and all my splendid friends. I will be back tomorrow night for some more D&D, for some more Candlekeep mysteries with a brand new crew, one of whom is here this evening. Yeah, we'll be doing some it's a Dread and Breakfast, which is going to be super fun, and that'll be Monday and Tuesday as well. And then Thursday night next week, Ardanna will take the DM seat. So yeah, tune back in for that. Same bat time, same bat channel for some more D&D. That's basically what we've got until Christmas time. So yeah, you can check us out there. And Karen, who the absolute heck are you?
I'm Karen, otherwise known as the Mother of Bunnies. I'm a performer, a writer. Occasionally I have my arm twisted into DMing and then remember I really enjoy it. You can find me on the social media site formerly known as Twitter at Mother of Bunnies, or you can follow my burlesque alter ego, Miss Lola Moore, over on Instagram. You can also listen to me and Josh the Pirate on the D&D podcast, There Be Dragons. Thank you so much to firstly Wooten Forge, who is one of our channel affiliates. They make these gorgeous wooden tabletop accessories. They make an excellent Christmas present for any of your RPG enthusiast friends. And if you use the link in chat, we also get a cheeky little kickback from anything you purchase, which we appreciate. Helps us keep the lights on and pay for our Zoom subscription. We are also affiliated with Troll Lord Games, which is an American-based company. They were the last company that the wonderful Gary Gygax worked with. They have their own RPG system, Castles and Crusades, that you can check out, as well as a bunch of other cool stuff. And I believe they have a Kickstarter on at the moment.
I believe the Kickstarter is finished. I need to change that
update our
chat command. Yeah.
But they have loads of stuff that you can go and check out as well, and some digital stuff in case you want digital.
Loads of digital,
and not have to pay for postage, because postage is insane. I don't know if anyone's mailed anything lately. My God. But I think that
small wooden box to Sweden, ridiculous.
I know, right?
What? Yeah, and it took so long.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to go.
It was a good time.
We're going to go and raid Sergeant Euralea, who has been popping up in our chat every now and again. So I thought we might drop a little raidlet over there. Wonderful. They're playing some Baldur's Gate 3, and they're a bloody champion. So we'll drop a raid over there. Tell them who sent you. Show them the love like we always do. Throw your favorite raid emotes up in chat, and we will see you tomorrow night. Same bat time, same bat channel for some more D&D. So Karen, take us away.
Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. We've had a wonderful time and we hope you have too. So all that remains is for everybody to say farewell. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.